I'm not trying to get rid of a human touch, but I'm just saying, like, if I can get a divider, a dough baller, and a fucking pizza press, like, all I have to do is pay for maintenance on those things.
No, you're right. It's just we're in a weird spot, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
In certain places, I guess. It's going to happen everywhere, but it just feels...
I mean, I think, this might just happen on these coasts, but it will happen everywhere.
It's kind of happen everywhere.
Because why wouldn't somebody look at what they're doing over there in California? That minimum wages are so high, but they all invested in this equipment, and now they're all talking about how much money they're making. It's
Hot Tongue Pizza is completely robotic.
Yeah, it's like...
Just walk in, R2-D2's there getting your slice. Hi, welcome to Hot Tongue. Wearing it. Looks like Alex Koons. That robot looks like Alex.
The following podcast is a Pie to Pie production.
Every slice tells a story.
After Dark.
This episode is brought to you by Karen Spring Mills. It's not your average flour. They stone mill everything, which means enhanced flavors, preserved nutrients, and embraces a more traditional, sustainable way of doing things, all qualities that I want in my dough and in my restaurant. They're here to help you bake your best. Better pizza, better future. Slice is building tools now to support the independent pizzeria, and not just Slice users, but the independent pizzeria industry as a whole. Like us, they are telling the stories of the independent pizza shop owners and ultimately creating tools that help the small guy compete with the big chains. This business can be lonely, but with Slice, you can be in business for yourself, not by yourself. Flat iron pepper. When you pop these peppers, you are going to know. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can taste it. They are liberating pizzerias from low quality pepper flakes. Stop finishing your pizza with crap. Head to flatironpepper.com and join the pepper flake revolution. This episode is brought to you by Maestro Sausage, the only sausage we use at Hot Tongue. They produce sausages specifically with pizzerias in mind. And you can tell. So if your sausage isn't hitting all the right notes, let Maestro lead the way.
It reminded it was weird. The first one we did with them, it reminded me of like playing shows. I hadn't had like a SM58 in my hand since I was on stage. It's gotta be fucking baby
good old days.
Time. All right, is the acid has it started hitting or?
Wait, where was that?
Oh, we dropped. I thought.
No. Oh, I was late for that sound.
Come on, dude. So we don't.
I've only ever done weed. I have no clue what acid does to you.
Oh, really?
You've only done weed?
Yeah. And even then, I was like,
Dude, the way you said, I've only done weed.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay. Before, just so we don't start fucking talking about camping for
no, let's go back to that, dude.
Minutes,
You were the one who started that conversation.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah, you
we
started
talked
that.
about
You did the whole
tread.
tread ad, bro. Alex, you hike a lot, right? With your oven?
Well, I'm just really excited about the tread because I'm an outdoorsman myself. So first thing I think about when I go outdoors is, man, how am I going to get this propane in my pack? I got all these like 6 little dough cases when I hit the trails. And now there's the tread, dude. It goes right there on the back, like the propane tank. No big deal. I mean, up the mountain I go. Do a little 4.5er usually, and I hit the top of the mountain. Usually, I'll take it all in. I get the view, a couple snaps for the gram, and that's when I start cooking. Okay, that's when I start cooking.
Keep going.
I don't put that on the gram, okay, because that's sacred. They gave me a tread about 6 months ago. I was testing it in beta, and this thing just rips. It just rips, dude. I don't go pretty much anywhere without it.
Can we see it?
Oh, I would never bring it into a city like this. It's for the trail only. You know what I'm saying? An oven isn't a place for the indoors. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Message brought to you by Uni.
Because you guys, you tossed that. You lobbed that over here.
Were you lying?
I didn't do any of that.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
Should have known.
This is already a terrible idea.
Wild Chris.
Yeah.
A 4.5er. Just a 4.5er.
I would say it's going to be tough because not everyone's going to be able to share exactly. Are we rolling? Yeah. Okay. Their thoughts on everything. So,
yeah.
but to reel it in and ask a question to get this going. what do you think the main pain point right now in everyone's restaurant is? Labor.
Yeah, taxes.
Not the owner.
Real true.
Yes.
Real true.
Yes, bro.
But
Yes.
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 California.
Well, it is April. April's coming around. April's around.
Why do you have to say that
How
word,
How does he
man?
turn this around so well immediately?
California. Wow.
All right, so camping.
Oh my God.
All right, serious.
That was those are great answers.
I mean,
Well, how do we
that's where we laugh at it because we can.
True.
solve those issues here? How do we the makers of the minds come together and solve these problems for the industry, the titans of the industry?
I think it's all going to Conveyor.
Ooh.
Everything's gonna be on a conveyor.
Semi-automation.
Well, we got the automation man himself right here.
Semi-automatic.
Yeah, it's like the Domino's and all those places were on to something way before, you know. But I think the technology, everyone's looking for more and more automation. Like you
So
probably
busy
saw it
today.
at the booth,
So
right?
busy.
I was like talking and I was listening to people at the Somerset, and it was like I was like hearing my own conversation, like with like 5 people. Like, oh, I don't know, I might want to sheet in and do pans, and I don't want to teach hand tossing anymore to employees and things like that. And it's like a guy said the exact same thing to somebody. So I was like,
it was
all right,
an
well,
honor
maybe
to see Ann Kim walk up and
Who's that?
ask about the girl from Netflix. Those pizza
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
I saw her
Alistair.
and she walked up.
So these mics aren't as good as the ones that. So you're gonna have to put it. Like I know you're loud, but yeah, get it right there. Yeah, I want you to sound. Yeah, it sounded sexy. Yeah.
Yeah, shit. I mean, just to see like
Just dropped it.
You're still down here. It's got to go up here. Yeah, I got it. There you go.
just to see like star chefs interested in automation, right? That to me is, whoa, we're there, right? Even the chefs are looking at it now. It's not just what we would think in the past of like, oh, that's shitty pizza because they're using a dough press, right? Now it's gotten so much better. Yeah, we have a dough press, but now we become dough engineers. Now you guys are making crazy doughs that would probably go through a press and press it, put it in an oven. It's killer pizza, right? Yeah. And I look at it like now you can use automation to make the dough wetter, right? So it's going to be wetter. The guys can handle it. Guys and gals can handle the dough better, right? So now we're making better pizza. So I see that's the new trend, right?
Well, is automation kind of like automation was, and this I've been repeating this in multiple conversations, but is it the course correct because of coming out of the pandemic? The labor market is completely different, and so restaurants also the margins have gotten even worse, and so now it makes way more sense to have a dough roller or a dough press or whatever, or a conveyor. You think about those things because it's much easier to maybe get a loan or some financing, spend $30,000 on a piece of equipment, take out 4 or 5 people of your restaurant, and then fairly pay the rest of people to keep them around.
Yeah.
Because right now it feels impossible to do it the way that it's been done. When you have somebody shelling, somebody topping, somebody working a full oven on a Friday night, spinning, cutting, garnishing.
Yeah,
I worked that one shift with Juan at Triple Beam, and I saw what he did on a conveyor, and he preps most of his dough prior to like you would with the Detroit, but with 2 people, he did what we do with a 6-person crew on a Friday night, and I was just I was like blown away.
Well, it's the biggest thing with the electric ovens. Everyone's who's hit me up and is like, oh, having issues getting throughput out, right? Like Tommy at DOP hit me up and he's like, hey, Buddha, I got the 933. We can fill it up with pizzas, but my biggest problem is I can only cut 2 pizzas at a time, right? So what are we going to do with that now? Now I'm putting labor in there, right? So in that little spot back there, he's got 5 guys in there making pizza. Yep. So we're redesigning that whole layout to have a dedicated stretching section, dedicated topping, enough expo for 6. So there's only 2 guys, 3 guys in the back,
Yeah.
right? So
Now,
less labor.
If I may, I agree with everything that everyone's saying, but I think it's interesting with the context of us being at Pizza Expo and you see other operators from different states. We're like, you're a roaming
Right.
pizza nomad, but you worked in the West Coast a lot. You're West Coast. Labor. Oh, I think, and I'm not trying to go political at all, but I'm just saying, like, minimum wage is a thing.
It's the worst.
And you see a lot of these other folks from the Midwest, and I'm sure they have similar issues, and also could use automation. I'm not saying they can't, but you see them still doing it the more old school way,
dude.
Which is just an interesting observation. That's all.
I had a client today, South Carolina. I'm sitting down with them. Steve from Maker Pizzas there talking. We're talking about labor in South Carolina. He's paying his labor off of tips.
Right.
He has zero labor costs.
Crazy.
It's insane.
We can't even fathom
It's
that.
$2.50 minimum wage plus tips. Are you crazy? In California, we're like a 5-hour flight from that disaster right there. It's like, are you crazy? Drive 5 hours, he'll show you the worst way. And we're charging the same price for the pizza. It's crazy.
I mean, again, there's not a solve in this. I'm just saying it's an interesting observation.
Yeah. It's crazy, but when you think of it, you're like, well, what's going on?
We're moving.
No one's moving. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much. Well, not yet, but I mean, I don't know how would does automation work for the kind of pizza that you would be doing? Have you fucked around with any of that shit?
No, I haven't. I mean, but we're also we're on the ground all the time. You know, it's a lot different being a catering than having a brick and mortar. I'm sure if it got to that point, I'm sure that would be something because our overhead is not as much as you guys.
Right.
Yeah, but when I see like a line wrapped around the corner and you're
It's
telling me to go
stressful.
faster,
it's stressful as fuck. But like, I mean, but also I think that's why we've been able to sustain it and be successful is because there's like it's not an everyday thing for us. You know, it's 3 days out of the week sort of thing, and it's special. And I think that's why I'm cool with keeping it at where it's at, and we're making money. I'm able to pay everyone a pretty good wage, and like we're chilling. But I think it's because it's so limited, and people got to be there. If my overhead was triple, quadruple what it is now, I'd be singing a different story.
Yeah,
but
that's the discussion I have when people walk up to me to the booth. I have people coming up to me asking about the automation and how many pizzas you make a day. 80 pizzas. Don't buy this rounder.
Right.
Don't buy this cheese shredder.
Yeah.
Where are you at? What do you use for cheese? I use Galbani shredded.
Yeah.
Why you want to buy a cheese shredder?
Right.
Now you got to train someone to use a cheese shredder.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're sitting there buying the loaf cheese. This is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Right? The cheese shredder is really for the person who's blending cheese. If you're mixing cheese shredder.
Yep.
If you're in another country like you guys see me going, you can't get shredded cheese in Kuwait. We only get loaves, so they need the shredder, right? So why do it, right? To be cool, create another step. Now issues happening, you stick your hand, you cut your fingers on the blade. Workman's comp.
Why are we going here like that?
no, thank you.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No, thank you.
No way.
Yeah.
So there's a purpose, right?
Yeah.
It's your situation is different, right?
Yeah, I mean, so like we'll rip through so we have a wood-fired trailer and we'll rip through 200 pizzas we sold out in like an hour and a half, and it was like, but we were cooking for another hour.
Right.
And it's because we're just nonstop. But
Right.
again, I think we're fortunate. We're more in the IE. We're not in like LA. So I think people that come out know that they are coming out for that product. They know they're going to wait an hour in line. They know they're going to wait another hour for their pizza. And so we add like little things that are ready to go, like whether it's olives or like one salad. We keep it very simple. All of our pizzas, everything's pre-shredded, pre-cut.
Right.
I'm not trying to add any extra labor on top of that because, everything's got to be made there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I haven't thought about it. But just for the mindset that I'm not there yet.
I think that the idea of automation that is most exciting is Andrew, who's also sitting here, and Michael. One day we're like, why don't we just like fire everybody and just open from 4 to 8 every day?
Sounds great.
And it's
We sleep in.
we love the team, dude. We do, but in reality, it would probably be a better option. But being able to buy a piece of equipment and invest in somebody's salary for maybe a year, and if you're able to get rid of a couple people, and then because it's the problem I have running a restaurant that I think that is fucked up is like having to hire or have like worry about hiring and firing and all those things. If you could just pay everybody $30 an hour, you could pay like a salary of $100,000 to your managers, and
you could do it with automation. That's where I see automation being very helpful. Sure. Like a conveyor, like you just cut people out of your team. What, you don't like that?
No, I love that, but I get it. Again, this is only occurring to me now.
Conveyor, so
I use a conveyor. I'm not denying it, but I'm just thinking like, how many times can you fire people before it becomes like a bigger social issue? And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with you. It works for me.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. It works for me. Great. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why, God, and I hate this. This is where my brain is going. But like, this is, I think, the problem with increasing the minimum wage this way, because then it puts business owners in this kind of spot.
Yeah.
Right.
A gun to your head.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
And no one needs to feel bad for me or for us. I'm just, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to cop out here. I don't know this is the conversation we're having. It's wild that just came out of your mouth in a way. Cause not in a bad, you get what I mean? Like, you don't want to fire your team.
I mean, I said I wanted to fire my team. I didn't say that.
No, but I'm just saying.
We said that.
But you know what
that
I'm
was
saying?
on record.
You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Your phone's texting right now.
No, I'll be completely honest with you. Some of these people, you know that it's not a long-term commitment. There is no career industry unless you have growth and opportunity. Those things don't exist.
And a fair wage.
You can't stay open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Create, like Andrew and Michael, right? They run the business. And so they are paid more money than everybody else there. Now, if those people's jobs that like we are constantly filling in can be replaced by automation, then it's then that's a win.
Win.
And it's not even about minimum wage. It's about like, I have no problem. We pay everybody over minimum wage. It's more about like even minimum wage in California isn't enough to live. You're right.
Absolutely.
And maybe I get that's where you're getting from, but like you just like to be able to invest in a piece of equipment, and it's gotten so good now. It was something that I would laugh at 5 years ago, like fucking conveyor. Yeah, right, Hammy. It'd be like the same shit when I look at a fucking screen or something, but like the quality of shit you can get now, and you can literally get rid of another human being that isn't going to commit or like wants to invest into your company anyways, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
and it's also the understanding California minimum wage has gone up, but that minimum wage employee, you got to look at it this way, is coming in acting like a $7.50 employee. So when they come in and act like that, your training level, you're spending all this time and energy to train
And money,
this and you're paying them $20 an hour, and you're like, dude, you still can't divide the dough properly. What's going on? That's dough. Divide it.
Yeah.
So this is why this is coming up now, right? Because it's, wow, yeah, $20 an hour, but the skill level didn't increase, right? It's not like you're coming in here running the whole shop. You're washing dishes.
Yeah.
Why? What's the problem here?
Yeah.
Right?
And everyone, I mean, we started this with labor. Like the main thing that rocks a restaurant too is human beings we're all flawed. We all have personal
human error.
Everything.
Bad day.
Everything. We start struggling and shit hits the fan the minute we open our eyes, and that's for every person that works on any team. You yourself, so you are dealing with all of those problems.
Right.
I'm not trying to get rid of a human touch, but I'm just saying, if I can get a divider, a dough baller, and a fucking pizza press, all I have to do is pay for maintenance on those things.
No, you're right. It's just we're in a weird spot, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
In certain places, I guess. It's going to happen everywhere, but it just feels...
I think this might just happen on these coasts, but it will happen everywhere.
It's kind of happen everywhere.
Because why wouldn't somebody look at what they're doing over there in California? The minimum wages are so high, but they all invested in this equipment, and now they're all talking about how much money they're making. It's
Hot Tongue Pizza is completely robotic.
Yeah, it's like
just walk in, R2D2's there getting your slice. Hi, welcome to Hot Tongue. Wearing it looks like Alex Koons. That robot looks like Alex.
I would fucking go bicentennial, man. Dude. I'll go full automation, dude. If your sausage needs aren't hitting all the right notes, then let Maestro lead the way. Maestro has been working closely with pizzerias for decades. They produce sausages designed specifically with pizzerias in mind. And you can tell, their Italian sausage crumbles look like they were handmade in your shop, and they will taste that way as well. With over 80 years in business, family owned and operated, The family is incredible, and so is their product. It's quality sausage with quality ingredients. Click the link in the show notes. A classical masterpiece awaits you. Back to the show.
Oh, it's definitely here's the
Just
deal.
fucking start-
Automation, we're all thinking about labor, right? We're all looking at it in the labor perspective, right? Because you guys are in California. I'm looking at it for you guys as consistency, right? When I sell the divider, I'm telling you it's going to divide your dough faster and you can do it quicker, but it's also more consistent, right? You guys have all divided dough. We all know that if you cut a bunch of tiny dough balls and try and roll that up, it's going to make a tough pizza.
Yep.
If you can cut that in one chub and round it, it's a tighter pizza, right? When we use the rounder, it's not saving labor. It's making a tighter dough ball. No air. You have an air pocket in your dough ball, no thin spot, right? So these are the reasons. Yes, it also is increasing labor, but it's consistency, right?
Yeah.
And that's where we're looking at it in scale. So for an operator who's slow, no automation yet, right? You're figuring it out. You got the energy, the environment. People thrive for that, right?
It's totally a show.
I go to a shop and they don't have any automation, but if it's balls to the wall busy and they're all aces in their places and they're humming like a true deli, I'm like, all right, I'm excited. The line's flowing. Right?
Yeah.
The Bagel Mania place outside Convention
Insane.
Center. Insanely busy. I don't
Yeah.
see one robot in there.
Yeah.
They're humming. They're still writing orders on pieces of paper.
Yeah.
Old school.
Old school.
That exists still, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's, I mean, what you're saying,
Mania, you know?
but it's volume. They got volume. They got volume.
right.
You know what I mean? They can
So-
support it. They
Beagles,
don't
bro.
have to think about it.
I bet if you go into the back, it's nothing but robots back there dividing
Bagel
those
Mania.
bagels. Yeah. there's the robot back there just
Honest question.
making bagels.
Does anyone know? Do they say hand rolled? Because if they don't say hand rolled,
There's
it's probably-
definitely a roller back there for sure.
Yeah. So
It
yeah.
has to be.
a roller is, in my opinion, a roller is better than a hand rolled bagel. At least we're in Missouri because there was this bagel factory and their bagels were like perfect every time. The guy was from New York, and then a couple artisan kind of bagel shops open and they want to do the hand rolling, and half the time the bagels like
Thin spot.
Yeah, I mean,
The
like
hole
in
is
New
like a
York,
slit.
you watch those videos of
They're called
of
Montreal.
New York bagel
Yeah,
places,
Montreal.
and they train for like apprentice for like a year or two before they even like are allowed to.
Roll
And then
down.
Those guys
you
don't
know,
leave though. They
what?
they work those places forever,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
amazing.
I bet there's a little automation there. Automation just seems to be where it's going because of
It's
the-
just
the-
it's
the
always
industry.
been there.
People are just like, less people in the business, less people that want to. Well, I know in California you have a big pool of kitchen good help. In St. Louis, it's
you don't have anything.
No, you don't have
There is
anything.
none.
It's
in
it's
Central
hard.
Valley.
It's hard to get people. So
Yeah,
I
go to the
plan-
small towns where there's only 4,000 people, 5,000 people.
My plan is just to get one or two good kitchen people myself, and then hire my daughter and her friends, teenagers, to work simplify the operation.
Right.
Not do some kind of pan pizza, have them pre-done before the kind of like what you guys do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Detroit was always you would prepare all the doughs before service. So the whole stress is the made to order.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like that's
so
the
you get bottlenecked.
that's sort of like
It's stressed, but I mean, at
Yeah.
least right now, I'm still like, it's still so romantic to me. There's like, there's such
Well, it
like,
depends on your operation
It's
and where you are
It's a
and what you're
connection for
doing.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the wood. I had a wood fired oven now, and I don't like chopping wood and doing all the hard labor. I mean, it's not that romantic for me anymore. But
They
The
do
romance is
sell
gone.
it
He wants
cut.
a divorce.
They do
I
sell
want
it
a
cut.
divorce.
I like the pizza though that comes out of the wood oven, and it's
Yeah.
kind of cool for customers.
Right.
But
No,
you can't.
totally.
It's the volume is hard.
Yeah.
So if you want to make money, you got to do volume. You got to be open 7 days a week.
Oh, totally.
If
Totally.
you have a place, you have to price point. You have to have, I had 10 people at Pizza Hut. This was pre-pandemic, and then the pandemic we went down to 6. We were only open 4 hours a day for 7 days a week, and didn't do as much sales. But I did like 75-80% of the sales being open 4 hours instead of 11 hours.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized, okay, hire a few people, but pay them really well. I overpaid and underworked, and that was sort of my strategy. And then to limit turnover, but then it like blew up in my face at the end because after like many years, because the people don't leave because you're paying them so well when they want to leave, but then they're blame you because they're miserable now. But they were good, but then they're miserable and they should go, but they don't because the pay's so good. So then it's sort of like, then you end up having like this big, explosion, and you have to fire somebody. So so anyway, my strategy, it has a downside too, which is
you got to maintain the interest,
entitlement and stuff.
Yeah.
It's as opposed to like underpaying and overworking, where people are just like you're creating a miserable environment. So I created such a good environment, it turned out to be like a country club.
It's a balance.
So people
it's a balance.
What?
It's a balance. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, getting to your question about the problem, you said, what's the main problem?
Yeah, it's labor and taxes and California.
Yeah, I think it's competition as well. I mean, I don't mind competition at all. It's just like in St. Louis. Yeah, in St. Louis, you don't have a lot of people moving there, so you have like a static population. So then, since the pandemic, everyone's doing pizza now. So it's, as much as I believe in competition, it's still at the same time, it's just a numbers game sometimes. So like there's all these places pop up, people come to your place, new place popped up right next to their place, so they go there. It's good, but they're not going to drive all the way to your place. So competition it's good in some instances, but at the same time, a place like, well, maybe Los Angeles, the population's growing. There's always little markets everywhere that you can hit. There's tons of people. It's dense.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys have it's more competitive, I'm sure, in Los Angeles, but
I mean, so we get roped into LA a lot by association, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm based out of the IE. I'm about like an hour east.
Yeah, so it's big MSA.
Yeah, and 5 years ago when we started, I was one of, if not the only guy in the area that had a wood-fired trailer.
Right.
And I think that's what tells me to this point. I've never, I still get a lot of like imposter syndrome, but like then I see like Alex was there and he just like he sees what's going on, and it's pretty apparent that we built something really cool, and that's because there's not a lot of competition near me. If it was in LA, it'd be a different story. But yeah,
What's the main pizza near you, like before you?
God, near me, dude. There's like a place called San Biagio's, which is like a New York style that's been in Upland for a while. It's like family owned. It's okay. It's good. It's decent.
But places that are open 7 days a week, like regular pizza places, they don't really compete with you because you're doing a specialty wood-fired oven.
Like like I know there's like one restaurant now that has a wood-fired oven like about 20 minutes east of me. But even then, like, they're really trying to push like we're Neapolitan. I just say like we're wood fire, and just hope that people like it.
Yeah,
they clearly do, man.
It's been good. No, it's been good. It's been, like when I started out, like I wanted to be like Anthony Mangieri. I actually met him yesterday and I shook like a motherfucker. I was like, it was wild. But
where was he at the Fiera?
He was at, he was just like by himself. I was like, fuck, I gotta say something. Nice to meet you. But hi. Hey, you guys.
I love you, Chuck. Hi.
But
I creep on you on Instagram.
Dude, 100%. Yeah. What's your dough? How wet is it?
It's wet.
No. I forgot what we were talking about, but yeah.
Competition.
Oh yeah. And then honestly, it's been nice like getting closer. There's like Pie Trap, which is still a little bit west of me, but it's nice knowing that there's fucking like my daughter wanted pizza for her birthday and she wanted me to do it. I didn't want to work.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have my old team out.
Paul.
I fucking hit up Paul. I was like, I need like 40 pizzas tomorrow.
Birthday
He's like,
stat.
I got you. And
You're like, I don't gotta make shit.
dude.
Hell
Yeah. They're amazing. Great pizza. So like there's guys that are doing cool stuff, and even in my area, and it's cool like guys coming to our pop-ups or our catering or whatever, or just DMing me and be like, I inspire them in the area. I'm like, fuck, that's cool. Like I love that like people want to make good pizza.
Yeah.
It's great.
Especially with the mobile stuff, right? It's
Yeah.
way more fun because
Totally.
you can get out there.
Totally.
You're not out there like fishing to the crowd, hoping that's it, waving a flag going, please see me over
Right,
here in the
right,
strip
right.
center near the 2 massage parlors.
100.
Please,
Hey,
get
no.
a massage, come in and get my pizza.
Yeah.
So it's definitely different. I would say another challenge in pizza shops too is vendor pricing, right? This is a big challenge right now, pricing. your margins, right? Everyone wants to go with the good stuff, but the good stuff is not getting cheaper.
Yeah.
It is not. It's like grande is the most expensive it can be, but now everybody's starting to realize what we've been preaching, right? It's like timers, scales, getting on portioning. Now you can afford to use grande. You can use less grande because it's going to achieve more, right? Those kind of things are what we're doing now to do this, right? Yeah. So I think more operators are realizing, okay, instead of scaling, let's focus on what we're doing now, but put in more systems or controls to keep the inventory like a bank in here, right? Cheese is gold, right?
I think I was talking to Kevin from Boa Bakery, but like it's all those systems and stuff. Like you do a good job on the internet too of showing the systems. When I went to Square Pie Guys, like there were spoodles, there's systems, there's pictures, like it's all there's policy.
Portion cup on the finish.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the cheese.
but then it's like it's all these. Yeah, it's exactly all the things.
Yep.
And you know, like I always say, like they make fun of me when they hear the laminator fucking going on because they're like, here we go. So you're gonna laminate that, dude? You gonna laminate that? It's like, yeah, I'm fucking laminating that, dude. Bam, son. But like. It's cool, like when you like post some shit because you go and do these things for people, and it's like really the small things. It's using spoodles. Yeah. It's like having
the
pictures.
Shaker for the semolina.
It's all the.
You'll use 3 bags less a year of semolina just from that. Right?
It's all the expectation stuff, right. You know, like, and then when you have your like when clients are like, man, I just took my first fucking weekend off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the best text ever. The best text. Yeah.
And it's because of all these things that you see that you just never put the like
we don't
the
want to
work
think
in.
about it, right?
Yeah.
We just at the end of the day we want to make a shitload of money and we think we're visionaries and it's just gonna
and the people are gonna read your mind.
Yeah, they're like, wow, yeah, that guy's amazing. Let me just give him all my money.
Yeah.
Right. But then they're like, wait, I gave you all my money yesterday, but I came in Monday. The pizza's completely different. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
I don't want to come here anymore, right? Consistency.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you get your systems to have it run like McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
I always say this to people. I'm like, my favorite restaurant in the world is McDonald's, right? Systems.
Yeah.
It's filled. 16-year-old kid can do it. You guys see me traveling. Believe it or not, I eat a McDonald's in every country I go to because I'm like, let me just make sure these guys are still on it, dude. I'm going to find a country where these fuckers are messing up on the Big Mac and I'm going to be like, dude, I found you. I got you guys. Got you.
Call McDonald's.
Please CC me on that email. When that
Yeah,
happens.
I'm going to be like, got you guys. I'm missing pickle in Japan.
Well, I think like all those things was like, it was easy to kind of fight against all those like automation or like those kind of systems like spoodles. These are all things that like 3 years ago you could have like I probably would have been like, nah, that's fucking lame.
Yeah, look at
like,
that weird spoon.
Yeah, like nah, dude, this is like an art form and like
that's what Pizza Hut
yeah,
uses.
like
see screens, you're like, that's what Pizza Hut uses.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, it's
Bro,
like
I don't make
exactly.
that.
I don't want to fucking like. Are you kidding me? Get that out of here.
It's still cool though. I mean, I look at Nick over here. He's still got like a bit of the romanticism going, you know. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, but then I see you guys. I'm like, fuck.
But
Do
that's
I
not-
want a brick and mortar?
But
That's fair.
I was lucky enough to go and work for Nick, but like he's you can see from his oven, you can see his whole operation, and he'll say stuff like less cheese, this needs to be wider, blah blah blah. So it's all of those things you're constantly saying. When you have systems and spoodles, you stop saying those things.
Yeah. I mean,
You
yeah,
have
I mean,
you have a certain amount of cheese you put on your pies.
Yeah. I mean, like, so we have like measuring cups for everything, but I mean, still, like, so we have one topper, and when you have like 10 tickets in a row of 5 pizzas, like, he's trying to get them done.
Yeah, that's
and
that.
so
the,
I
guess
mean,
what?
like,
That's
just so
super
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Scooper go. I don't know.
I don't have 15 tickets. Shut the fuck up.
Like, I am always like between me.
Give me some onions from the sandwich station,
dude. Yeah, like 100%. It's I'm the last eyes on it before it goes in the oven, and then I see it when it comes out.
Well, but listen, I even do it too when I go on site and I do the scales. You guys see me use the scales when I train it, people are like, dude, you seriously want me to scale it to I'm like, guys, come on. It's plus or minus 10 grams.
Yeah.
If you can hit that, we're golden.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And if we're slamming, I'm like, guys, don't be, I've seen them and they're like picking a thing of mozz. I'm like, you just dropped it on the table. We just lost it anyway.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But the scale's good, Alex.
Yeah, it's good, guys. Come on. Just go with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Yeah, I get it, right?
For sure.
When you're in the weeds and it's going, you're like, dude, forget the cups, forget the scale. Let's just get the orders.
Yeah.
Right?
No, 100%.
But if you can do it as 75% of the
right,
time,
right. And I think subconsciously, I'm trying to do it to instill those values for eventually when it becomes a bigger thing, you know. Because I find myself not wanting to get lazy. It's real easy to want to get lazy when you see a line, you know you're going to make your money.
Right.
But I really try to make sure that we're doing the best.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Do you find it as crazy as I do that we put the best ingredients in our pizza, our dough, our cheese, toppings, fresh produce, and then we put pencil shavings on our tables called red chili flakes? What is a red chili flake? We found out about Flatiron premium pepper flakes from a customer who actually brought us some. We were putting it on every slice we ate. It was gold. We were like searching for it like addicts in the back, just like, ooh, where's the Flatiron? Where's the Flatiron? There is no going back. When you pop these peppers, you are gonna know. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can taste it. The 4-pepper blend, which is actually the blend we have on every table at Hot Tongue, definitely has a higher heat level, and I'm a heat guy, if you know what I'm saying. It has the arbol, the jalapeno, the ghost, and the habanero. It's spicy. They are liberating pizzerias from low quality pepper flakes. Flatiron pepper, you are going to know the difference. In here, real peppers from Italy. Let's go. Head to flatironpepper.com right now. Use the code pie to pie at checkout. That's pie, number 2, pie at checkout. And any order over $25 is going to get you a bottle free of the sweet heat. Put that sweet heat in your cart, and any order over $25, that baby's going to be free. Do not miss this chance to upgrade your pepper game. Head to flatironpepper.com right now and join the Pepper Flake revolution.
It's a rookie open mic.
Dude, how's that? You're in the middle of opening up a brick and mortar.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a lot right now.
You're right.
All right.
Switch.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm a wood fire guy, but at art for like 10, 12 years, I guess now. Fuck.
But now you just saw the light of the conveyor.
Yeah, I'm going all system automated at the spot. We're doing all that. I mean, and it's
You're getting the conveyor?
I did stand up a few
No,
times.
yeah.
I'm just saying,
He's agreeing.
I'm stuck with the Vegas pride for now.
I'm 42. I'm like, it hurts.
Automate everything else.
That's what I'm saying. Everything's starting to hurt too.
Yes, everything's
You look great. You look great though, bro.
Thank you. I'll try.
Solid.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's all the drugs.
Also,
So you gotta get a conveyor.
Yeah, we're going to get very.
He already has the small one that I got him. I'm
Yeah.
ready for a little countertop that you see him cooking on. But he's eventually going to get the
Better
bigger one
practice.
when the squirrel is on.
Well, we're going to do a few different styles, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna do a couple.
Yeah. We're going to do dough cutters, water meter, little ball
Rounder.
rounder. I think that's all I got room for now.
Send it.
Yeah, that's it.
When you opening?
California says maybe September.
Yeah, right.
so maybe January
January,
Yeah.
26.
50
Probably.
grand later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep. But this project's gonna be a little different.
You're partnering.
We are partnering.
It's a full bar.
full bar liquor license. Yeah.
It's like a club.
Looks like
It's a club.
late night pizza right in front of a hospital. Brand new development. So that's the reason why I
You'd be
said this.
cranking.
Yeah. So I can't crank that many pizzas with the wood fire oven.
No.
The most I ever did, even just with Detroit, was like 250, and that took like 6 hours.
It's painful.
damn.
It's
Yeah.
painful.
Yeah. So, but we'll still be doing wood fire catering. I mean, that's not going to stop because I still love doing that. And my best pizza comes out of my oven that I make. So,
It's a great oven.
yeah. So I'll do less. Price goes up, and as I get older, start training people to do that. And the other concepts that I have in my head that I want to do with conveyors and trucks and stuff like that too. Because I just don't want to stop doing pizza because I can't do it anymore.
So I think in the room, everyone's selling their Pizza Masters, huh? Buying conveyors.
I'm gonna wait until I hope that there's more competitors.
No, listen,
Then
I see you guys
Fiero.
all trying the stone ovens, right? And
Yeah.
everybody's coming up to me. I saw you guys do it. Oven's been around for a long time.
Yeah, that it's a California. Yeah,
Okay, we use the same oven at Zoom. You remember it?
Yeah.
Okay. Biggest problem with the stone oven is those are $500 stones. Take a close look on how that stone is attached to that conveyor.
they crack super
2
easy.
rivets.
Yeah.
You got to drill out the rivets, drill it back in. The stone's $500. Believe it or not, the stones ironically just magically break as it's going because it's like it just gets a weird motion in there and cracks, right? Hot Rocks did it, Giant Stone too, still expensive. The biggest problem with the conveyor oven, it is not maintaining thermal mass. Put stones in there. What's the point of the stones? It's not maintaining heat, right? So now when you're busy, you guys get busy on a Friday night. I challenge you guys to go back down there with 100 dough balls from Hot Tongue and hit it like Friday night in that conveyor and see if that stone's still temping properly.
Yeah.
Right? 6-minute cycle. See if when we were at Zoom, we ran 10,000 pizzas through that oven a day, 2 decks. They look like shit. Where's Zoom? Gone. We're not the number one pizza place, right? It was shitty. We were proving technology.
Yeah.
That was the platform that we used, right?
How much? $600 million there is?
Yeah, the $750 million. It was serious money. It was wild. And now you see L2F, the company that's there at Expo with Middleby Marshall, Sean from L2F is San Francisco company. That was actually the automation company who built our line. That robot that you see in that machine is based off of the Zoom Pizza line because Sean Su built our line, right? That's all his Alan Bradley robots. He does all the automation in Mountain View. So that's the guy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So it's coming, right? And you look at that thing is a 2-door fridge. It's topping a pizza. If I had a bowling alley, I'm buying 5 of those things. If I was Sam's Club, that's where they're putting one. One is in Sam's Club already in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Just making pizza, right? That's where the automation. If we're the artisan guys looking at automation, think about what the corporates are doing. What's the Pizza Hut going to look like in 5 years?
They're not even thinking about it.
Well, it's funny because I talked with a guy from Papa John's was there.
Yeah.
And he had his badge turned and I was like, your badge is turned around. He's like, oh, I have it that way. I have it that way on purpose. Right? So he's like, I don't want people coming up to me or whatever. And so he's saying that he always likes to check out the independents because that's what, what's happening in the pizza world, see what's going on.
The chains are watching you guys, right?
Yeah. So they're realizing like their pizza sucks and that they're gonna probably try to
well, look at
upgrade.
Jets is the best Detroit, I think, honestly,
Jets is
for
good.
chain pizza.
Jets is good.
Right? Jets is
100%.
if people were to ask me what's your favorite chain Jets Detroit pizza.
Not their like other pizza,
no,
but their Detroit
the rounds
pizza.
are horrible. The Detroit is on the money.
I didn't even know they made rounds.
I didn't either till I went to one in Arizona with Idrif. I was like, holy shit, they make rounds here. I would never order one, but I'm here for the Detroit. I'm like, but I want that bottle, that squeeze bottle they give away with the Jets ranch. Yeah, I was like, LOL Caesar needs one of those. He needs to brand his own ranch.
Their branding's
bottles.
pretty fire too. They got a little jet man. It's pretty good.
Even
Very
the
cool.
chain pizza is going to be good. It's starting to get better, probably.
Chain pizza is not going to get better.
No, it don't have.
I think there's going to be more chains that probably close.
Yeah.
We were just
There's
talking.
more independents opening than ever. Right?
Yeah,
The independents are opening faster than the chains, right? I don't see 20 Little Caesars opening. I'm getting calls for Square Pie guys. You're opening a spot. You're opening a spot. You're all in the same town. Pizza Hut's not keeping up with all of you guys, right? We're way bigger than the pizza. The independent's bigger than the corporates, 100%.
Well, I think like Little Caesars, Domino's might still be fucking eating up a huge amount.
Oh,
of
sure,
that.
for sure.
I think Pizza Hut is on the decline, and I don't know if Papa John's will survive either. I think in 10 years here in America, there's a huge decline in that thing. The
Pizza Hut will never go out of business.
You
I
don't
don't think so.
Well, there's in America. I was talking to somebody that said like, dude, around the world, Pizza Hut's like way different. And it's
Oh my God! In Kuwait, you go to Pizza Hut, you get in the Middle East what's called a value box. And I tell clients here in America, I'm like, we should do the value box because in Arabic culture they go to the distasha, or when you go to the Diwaniyas where all the guys hang out and whatever they're doing,
Drink tea.
Drink tea. And
I lived in Turkey. So
I'll take the tea box.
And it's
Over
actually
tea.
a box. The big thing Pizza Hut does is you get a box deal. It's a value pack. There's a Detroit pizza in the middle, chicken wings, French fries, ranch, barbecue sauce,
Value
hot
pack.
sauce, and it's a whole ordeal in one box, right?
Fire.
Square Pie guys, let's take the double box and put French fried chicken wings.
That's
in
a sick ass idea.
Dude. And all they're doing is putting a cardboard partition in it 4 ways, and then people have the whole kit, one box.
Dude, come and sit in Square Pie Guys, value box.
The
There you
VB.
go.
Yeah.
The
Hold
VB.
on. Yeah, Matt, let me get a super zoom real quick. Okay. All right. Coming next week. Value box, complete with tea from Kuwait. Come on down.
French fries.
Ghirardelli Square.
Collab with Sanctuary Pizza.
We're putting some Ghirardelli Square chocolate on the Detroit.
Well, I was talking to a Saputo rep about cheese, and he was telling me about like the big three and the cheese that they use and the company that they use. And that company also makes another kind of cheese in our industry, but like that 50% of their cheese is canola oil and potato starch. And then the thing that they make it, and I always made the joke that like, oh yeah, Little Caesars makes you feel like it's fucked up because it's like the cheese is like 2 molecules like close to being plastic. But this guy's like, no, legitimately 50% of that mix is not cheese. It's potato starch, which is like stuff you would put in vegan cheese, tapioca, it's oil, and then they put dairy powder in it to make it taste. Yeah, to make it taste
Who
kind
does
of
that?
like cheese. The big three, all of them.
Not to name any names.
So you're saying that vegans can eat this cheese?
What was that?
Vegans can eat this pizza?
Yeah, the vegans have
Back
been
in the day,
fooled all along.
Yeah,
Guys.
the vegans have been fooling us all along. Let's be, no, but
Guys,
but
eat more Little Caesars.
all vegan cheese is starch. It's usually a
Starches.
tapioca,
Yeah.
potato, like whatever. It's starch and oil, but essentially that's how
It's
those
a filler. It's
those,
like a burger.
Well, it's like cut. All this the top three shit's like cut with fent.
Yeah.
It's like just
Go
shitty.
tour the plant
it's
for the
fentanyl
cheese factory.
dude.
You're like, yo, there's the cutting room.
You just-
There's the blending room.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, this is just like a giant meth.
When you say top three, you mean top 3 places? Or
I'm
top
saying the
three-
big three.
threes.
Okay.
It's like they got fent cheese, dude.
Yeah.
They got the fent cheese. I'm not, and
Really
dude,
like the
listen, this guy was with me.
finest.
No,
Yeah, you
definitely
eat
not.
the fucking Little Caesars, you're just like, fire, dog.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. Little Caesars is really busy in the Bay.
They're gonna start putting Narcan in the value box.
That's one of the squares.
Fuck, dude, please, no more.
Well, dude, he was like,
Can we talk about minimum wage again?
yeah, we can get back to that. He told me that this big corporation that made all that cheese. Also, I don't know if I want to put the company on blast because I don't know enough about it. But they make a cheese in our industry that like this cheese also uses a powder and filler, and it's not fully mozzarella. They don't call it mozzarella because they can't, but it's made by the same company.
I love that. I love that, like the FDA stuff, like whatever. I don't know.
Let's
Like,
let's go as low before it's like, oh, we could get in trouble for
No,
this.
not that. Like the naming convention stuff. Like I don't know, like almond drink versus almond. Like
Yeah.
like you can get away with certain.
Oh yeah.
like,
You're like
it's not
orange
cheese.
orange juice,
Whatever.
but you're like you read it, you're like, wait, that's Tang.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Do you know what they call it?
What?
Like, what is the alternative name that is acceptable for this product?
You can call it like Italian cheese. You can, but you can't call it mozzarella.
I got you.
You could call it pizza topping cheese.
Oh,
Right.
like pizza topping cheese.
Yeah,
and it's
but
like, oh.
then they get a little creative with the way that they say what the ingredients are, and
who is this again?
I'm not gonna say it on camera because I don't want to be that piece of shit, and I don't have enough of the information to fact check this guy. But this dude was like,
Well, but seriously, I mean, even in Southeast Asia, when I'm out in those areas like that, the cheese does come labeled like that. It's called pizza cheese.
Yeah.
And you read the label, it's packed with binders.
Yeah.
Right? There's like 20% actual cheese milk in there.
Yeah.
Like dairy. It's all
Al, do you
filler.
think that's like an opportunity? Like someone who would export legit cheese to these
It's
countries?
too expensive, right? You're dealing with importation tax.
Mm.
That's the dealing
Tariffs.
with Caputo tariffs. Yeah, tariffs.
Damn it, we're there
Overrated,
again.
underrated.
We're
Well,
there
but here's the
again.
deal. Here's the deal. Like in those countries, like it's dairy's expensive, but the oven is cheap.
Mm.
Pizza Master 50 grand here. You go to Bali, I can get them 15 grand all day long.
Is it made in China or something?
No, it's Pizza Master for me. You just don't go through America.
Oh,
Go
interesting.
straight through Sweden.
Yeah. Oh, it's made in Sweden.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
that's where Pizza Master.
okay. I was saying.
You order
okay, I got
direct,
Yeah, I got
right?
you.
And that's where people are like, "Whoa, Buddha, why are you putting?" I'm not ordering them already forny from here and sending it to the
Right.
It's coming straight from Italy, but it's not getting taxed through America.
Yeah.
right. We're getting so taxed on the year. Everyone's asking me during the show, "What oven? What oven?" The guy that makes the oven in America. Why? Because he's got the parts down the street and he can overnight
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, well, what's that guy?
Moretti for what's Mara Forney?
It's American made?
It's made in DC.
Oh.
They build that whole oven here.
American, man. That shit's still pretty expensive.
It's super expensive. It's more expensive than the Pizza
I was
Master.
hoping it was going to be like 15 grand,
No,
like you said.
it's crazy. It's crazy expensive. I'm like, oh my God. But you got to get the Tony G edition.
Yeah, dude, I'm on my Tony G.
You're on the Tony G.
No doubt, no doubt.
The Tony G edition. That's what DOP has. It's the Tony G edition. It's what are in all of the slice houses.
Damn, that's sick.
What's the
Dope.
differentiator?
From what I heard, it's the pull-out shelf on the bottom.
Wow.
It's covered in
like, wow.
tattoos.
Yeah, I was like, it's got tattoos.
That's sick, dude. You pull out the shit, it's like got actually his sleeve arm on it.
2 pizza cutter tattoos on each
That's
forehead.
dope.
It's just got him like a
It's actually just Tony, like, got it.
You open the oven in the back, it says respect the craft. You're like, oh, yeah, this is it.
Fuck yeah, dude. These pies are looking good this morning.
God, dude, that's the automation, just like a holographic Tony G. In the
Oh,
oven.
yeah.
Dude, I
Yeah.
would pay big money for
Yeah.
that, where I just walk in and it's TG and he's like, you're doing a great job today. And I'm like, God, I needed that.
yes,
God
you
damn, I
needed
needed
that.
that. This was worth $170,000.
Thank you.
Brother, hit me up after. I got you.
You got one of those?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, you're beta testing. Oh, fuck, dude. Dude, get the mic, dude. Come on. I can't hear you.
How do you like the?
I'm not going to, well, I'm going to, what's
Aren't you using one?
Whoa, hey, oh, hey, yo, whoa.
I don't know.
Okay.
I love the. I just don't want to say too much about this, but I didn't want to like step on their toes. But I made a better product in 3 tries using than that.
Here's the deal with the whole heated the tavern.
Yeah.
Right? You heat the dough, you rapidly denature the protein. When you do that, you're aging it,
Mhm.
right? Any heated press will do the same thing.
You're just cooking something.
You're just cooking it.
Yeah.
You put 2 irons together, you can do aged tavern. Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes.
Alex
Yes.
in the back.
Well,
I just see you.
that press, I would
said you got to get this press, guys.
just with the 2 irons. I got these 2 things from fucking Target, dude. This was $17. Check
He's
this
got
out.
Monopoly pieces back there.
He's got these cheaper techniques. This is really working out.
Dude, I just started selling like back alley automation. It's like, dude, there's
Alibaba of
yeah.
automation.
There's like this dude in the alley trying to sell me this.
You got like a sick ass trench coat with a bunch of irons in it.
He's got roundies in the back of the fit. You're like, dude,
Why does it say Homer set? Don't worry about it. Same product, dude. Same product.
same.
product.
You even got like a knockoff Buddha.
That one's
Who's that
white.
guy?
What's that one?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry
Those
about it.
tattoos are weird.
It's
Those are rubbing
alopecia.
off.
It's just Andrew in a fucking skull cap.
And the skull cap's brown.
Yikes. Too good. Anyway, so
Well, I'm going to
taxes are
digress though. The one that I do use, it's pretty sick.
Those are set.
But I had to dial it in like any piece of equipment. Again, we have had this conversation this week too.
Some of us in the pizza industry might only know Slice from the online ordering app, which is still around, but Slice is doing a lot more these days. They're building tools now to support the independent pizzeria, and not just Slice users, but the independent pizzeria industry as a whole. They're telling the stories of pizza shop owners, creating resources, and ultimately products that help the smaller guy compete with the bigger chains. Slice now has an integrated POS system that's specifically designed for pizzerias. They're doing stuff like SEO, marketing, and full website build-outs, along with custom box pricing that you are going to get probably way lower than what you're paying for right now. They have a ton of resources for every owner. Buying power is a huge thing, especially when you're talking about big chains. And what Slice allows you to do is negotiate with suppliers and vendors to get a lower rate. That's what the Slice network allows. There's 24/7 tech support for customer care, and an extension of your staff is what they call it. This business can be lonely, as you all know if you listen to this podcast, but it doesn't have to be. With resources provided by Slice, you can be in this business for yourself, but not by yourself.
If you are using an Uni or a Gosney, whatever piece of automation, even like a dough roller, you have to know what the fuck you're doing. Everyone thinks like, oh, I'm going to spend money. I'm going to like fucking start taking pictures of my pizzas in my backyard. No, Like anyone who can pull out a sick pizza from an uni or a Ghazni, there's a lot of time. You have to start touching that dough. You have to know what you're doing with that dough. Like it's not an easy thing.
I mean, we don't film the whole on off with the flame that we do with
That's
our
what I'm
Ghazni.
saying. You're turning
I'm like,
it on.
yo, if they actually saw what we did with the oven to pull that off,
Yeah.
it's very difficult, right? We've all had to learn how to work with it, right?
Yeah, because you constantly like to get like and it's true, to get a commercial bake on a lot of those, they have to be tweaked.
Yeah.
And then if you want to do high numbers, you're playing that thing like
No
a fucking
way.
fiddle.
No way.
You have no retention and heat.
Way.
So
I had a
it's like-
pizzeria in Sydney. It was weird though. I'm consulting in Sydney. The week I opened this pizza place, there's this other pizza place down the street. The owner of this pizza place in Sydney's a ripped like Australian. I'm like, dude, this guy's like Sydney muscle. Like, what's this guy doing on the side driving the Porsche, slick back hair? I'm like, you're like the guinea of the freaking Sydney, dude. What are you into? So we opened this pizza place, and then that same weekend, this guy, I found out about this pizza place down the street, food truck, 2 Ghazis in the back. Place thing catches on fire.
Fuck.
I find out that night, I'm like, yo, I saw Pete leave the pizza shop. Did he fucking burn the pizza shop down the street with the Ghazis? And I was like, no, the Ghazis caught on fire. The guys are surrounding the Ghazis with the boxes. Ghazis caught on fire. Whole truck's gone.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Up in flames like that.
Yikes.
2 Ghazis.
Damn.
Guy's got burnt 3rd-degree arm burns all over his arms from trying to get out of the truck. So that
I thought we were avoiding true crime on this.
I mean, here's the deal. People are asking, the Ghazis are cool to try and prove the concept, but they're not safe, right? It's not a restaurant piece of equipment.
They're safe, but you shouldn't use them in a
Right.
yeah.
In a commercial
Yeah,
like
I was
high
paid to
volume.
say that, actually,
No,
so.
yeah, 100%. It's safe, but not commercial like 2,000 pizzas freaking sanctuary status, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's, I mean, you're just, if you're putting flammable shit next to your
Yeah,
Ghazni,
like, dude,
it's a recipe
don't
for
pile
disaster.
boxes around the freaking
Yeah.
blowtorch thing right there.
I mean, look, I think what we're all talking about in general is just like, it takes a lot of fuck ups to figure this shit out,
Oh,
you know?
dude, it's
and you
tough.
have to be able to
They
sustain
caught
that.
they caught an uni on fire at the World Pizza Games today. There was a guy doing a demonstration, and he's up doing his tossing. He left the pizza in the uni. The whole oven caught on fire.
No fucking way. I wish I
Open the door, a flame comes wafting. I was like, almost went bald. I was like,
is
she almost lost it all.
Is she the one with the sick Karen cut?
Yeah, I was like, she almost lost it all. I was like, oh my god,
Damn.
it was nuts. I was like, you got to be careful.
Did anyone get it on camera?
I hope someone did. It was hilarious. I was like, this is nuts.
Fuck.
So,
Damn, dude.
That's
you know,
too good.
keep it at home, guys. Keep
Yeah.
the unis and the Ghazis at home. Keep the toys at home, guys. It's for the backyard parties, right? Don't open $1 million pizzeria with the Ghazi and an Uzi. Just from
Yeah,
the
shout out Naughty by Nature.
Yeah, dude. They know though. Like they're
they're under hoods, at
deadlocked
least.
and they're trying to get a commercial oven in
You
there.
got it, dude.
But the point I was trying to make is that any tool that you get, any piece of equipment, even
Got a dial.
a Mara or a fucking
100%.
Pizza Master,
Dude, look
you
at us
don't get
competing. You have the same pizza. Did your guys' pizza cook the same down here as it does in LA?
we didn't use the Pizza Master. We all used the Mara, right? Yeah.
Ooh, shout out Mara.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna get a free one by the end of this.
I hope so, dude.
hope.
we didn't cook in the
It's
Pizza
so
Master.
hard cooking here in Vegas because the convention center is wide open, 8% humidity inside that convention center right now. The pizzas don't caramelize properly. I'm like, there's people opening and closing. Hey, I'm $5.50. You come over. I'm $4.20. I'm this. I'm like, oh my god, this oven's like freaking out right now.
That's why you use the Peerless.
Frothing at them. Yeah, nice. Everyone was.
I did fuck up though.
Don't use it.
It wasn't the Peerless, it was me, honestly, but it would have worked. I thought it was a good idea. No one was using it.
Yeah, no, I've
Can
always
someone-
used that
straight up though,
strategy
wait.
too. No, I've told people use the oven nobody's using.
But why does no one want to use the gas deck oven?
No,
I don't
I've
understand.
even asked why no one wants to use a conveyor. I even suggest
I wanted to use a conveyor. It was too
too shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that too. It won't fit a
It
Detroit.
didn't. I tried to.
Yeah.
I straight up tried to.
Yeah,
It wouldn't
That
fit.
fish oven.
the fish is set. That's a sick oven. Right?
That would have worked, huh?
That's a Hobart rotating. That's an old school Hobart revolving oven, right? That's a classic New York style pizza oven. Back in my day,
Ruby
that was
Rosa.
like that's when you want if you're looking at Pizza Master and you're doing vinyl, get one of the Ferris wheel ovens instead, right? The next thing they should do is figure out how to get that thing to 600 degrees and we'd be in the money,
Damn.
right?
Is it? Do you set it to rotate to like your desired bake time? Is that what?
No, it just keeps spinning on a Ferris wheel. So when you're ready to unload it, you can actually hit auto and the shelf that's coming will stop level.
That's sick.
And then you can skip the next shelf. So then you go next, next shelf comes up level, right? Next shelf comes up level.
That's
So
cool.
it's basically like a giant barbecue. Inside there's brick and there's a flame on the bottom, and the shelves are running around like a Ferris wheel. So
See that pizza vending machine? You guys see that one?
did see
I
that.
saw that. Was it sick?
I mean, the idea is sick, but when they opened it up and you could see what's inside, you know that thing's gonna like break down like right after you install it. And then, you know, the pizza's gonna get stuck like a piece of paper in a printer, you know, and like you have to open up the thing to get the pizza. I guarantee you that thing is probably
I like
so
how
many
the pizza operator's already going, no fucking
so many
way. This
moving
thing's gonna
parts. I
work.
mean, the idea seems cool. I think they're $85,000 each or something. They're giving you like a $5,000 discount.
They're actually all
if you
over the
bought
place.
20 of them,
Yeah,
you would
they've
get
been around a while.
like 20 of them. They have like buy 20 of them and you get like a certain discount.
Wow.
20 times
You guys wanna all go in
85,000.
on 20.
What?
You wanna
I'm
guys all
down.
go in on
I'm
20?
fucking down. Let's like just get a SBA loan for it. Just throw them shits in malls and airports and shit.
I mean, we buy Farmer's
For real.
Fridge all the time. You know that? You've seen
what's
those in the
that?
airports? They're like
yeah,
Farmer's Fridge. So they're vending machines, but they got like there's jars of like
moves.
salads and
Yeah.
pastas.
Yeah.
It's like it's pretty good actually. It's pretty good actually. But I
Scott,
was
you own them? You own a
what?
couple?
Oh no, my wife likes when we go to the
Oh,
airport,
okay,
so I
gotcha.
end up buying from it too. But the last trip coming here, we were trying to get the food, and like the thing was like it was coming out, and it was like going like this. It didn't like it seemed like it was giving you the thing, but it wasn't. So it was like charging you. So it's like what I mean is that constantly there's something like going wrong with the machine. They're always out of the forks. No one's coming by to like put the stuff in. So I was just thought like, yeah, you could buy it and someone's gonna pay all that money and like, oh yeah, and they put it somewhere, but then they're not gonna
Like handle it.
like, you know, yeah, you got it. It's like seems like it's selling like, oh, you don't have to do any work. You just put the pizzas in and people order them and you make money. It's like, well, you know, you got to like constantly go to the machine. What if they don't sell and they've been in there for a week?
Right,
Or,
right.
you know, the machine jams up and it's like,
I did more research on that thing.
yeah.
I found out that it's not 110. You got to make sure wherever you put that thing, it's got 220.
okay.
So try finding a campus dorm who's going to give you 220 at the bottom of the stairwell. I'm like, well, that's not going to work.
Yeah, honestly,
I just wonder
wanna
how
spend-
those do. There's one in St. Louis airport. There's a
Yeah,
pizza
they-
machine.
They run them.
What?
They run them just for it. They're running special powers. It's the airport.
Mm.
Dude,
I'm just
I
wondering
want to
how
spend
they
a week
do.
with you, dude, and just like watch
know?
your research brain
wonder
because
if
I
you
feel
have
like
to have-
I'm obsessed, dude.
it's just wild the amount of shit you know. Like you're
I'm
like, oh yeah, they make
obsessed.
those in DC, and like I don't know how you know all this stuff.
Obsessed.
It's
I'm
crazy.
obsessed. I'm coming back
Obsessed.
to Vegas in a couple months for IBIE.
I love it.
Pizza
It's
guys, this is the biggest one.
But-
You guys want to level up in automation? The show to come to for baking and pizza is IBIE. It's here in Vegas later
that
on
stand
the year
for?
at the International Baking Exposition. It happens only every other year in America. It's either in America or Munich, Germany.
Never heard of this.
Everything.
Maybe from the last time we
automation.
talked.
I've been to this thing a couple years. That takes up both of the halls.
when is
They
it?
have the machine that makes the Pop-Tarts
When is it?
in the box, and you're like, "Holy shit, that was a pop. There's a Pop-Tart." I'm like, "Holy shit!" Nutri-Grain bars. I was like, "Wow, look at this." Cake Boss. I was like, "Buddy," I was like, "Tony, your pastry cousin's here." So I was like,
Tony P.
It's Tony P.
Tony
Tony
P.
C. I was like, Tony
Pastry?
C.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. You got it.
When is that? When is that
I
happening?
think August or October. Maybe it's in the summer out here. So that's the one to come to. That's where I've really learned about the dividers, the rounders. That's all automation.
Yeah.
All of the biggest bakeries internationally are coming out here to Vegas to come to that show.
Well, we're back at automation. I did want to say this. This isn't just like a restaurant thing either, though.
Yeah, what
And,
are we getting into?
The automation thing is, well, no, we'll get into more stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying with automation, my wife just told me that like she does e-commerce and this place, they do a lot of packaging and they just like spend a shit. They went to a new warehouse. They went to an Amazon warehouse. They saw this machine that basically would wrap. It like scans the package and then it wraps the package perfectly to the dimensions. And this
Ooh.
used to take 15 people. The owner saw it and they bought one and literally they closed down a warehouse. So it's like,
Damn.
it's just going to be weird. I think the next 5-10 years, because it's not just pizza. It's
Go to
it's
Walmart.
everything.
There's no more cash registers.
Go to
It's
Taco Bell.
self-checkout.
Go to Taco Bell. There's 2 people there.
Yep.
There's a kiosk and maybe there's a manager and then one other person. There is
Check in for our flight. No more front desk.
No,
Kiosk.
checking for a like you go to the link. you're not talking to anybody.
Yep.
There's a kiosk. You get your room key.
Even
that's
here
it.
at Vegas at the Pizza Expo, no people at those things. They're standing there, but they're just waiting to reset the machine when it crashes.
And that's the thing. Those people won't, like, in 5 years, those just people, they won't be there. Maybe
No.
there'll be a robot.
Yeah,
that
they'll
just,
figure it
goes
out.
back and forth.
Yeah, checking.
Yeah.
Hit reset.
Yeah. There'll be less and less people.
Reset.
Until we're all in those little chairs in Wall-E up in space.
Yeah,
Just like sipping everything.
Yeah, I love that movie.
You know, I meant to bring this up. The best part of that movie is like when the woman's like talking and then like her screen's in front of her face and then like she gets bumped off her fucking thing and she's like, her screen goes down. She's like, there's a pool here, you know, like
deep.
yeah. It's like that's also kind of like where we're all fucking at. Like we're so like right here that it's a little scary that we're not seeing everything.
Can
that's
I get like a
around us.
little weird, like a little bit weird and vulnerable?
Yeah.
I saw that movie like in the height of my stoner phase when
Mhm.
Pizza Man 420 was like
Oh yeah, you were
as
hot
deep as
Pizza
it-
Man 420.
and
that
I
was
took-
vinyl days.
correct, and I
Final
took
days.
way too many edibles, and I walked out of the movie like hysterically crying.
Ooh,
It's my favorite Disney
Are you
movie.
going
Straight
to?
It's so good.
Are you
It's
going
so
to the
incredibly-
Dead show? The Dead
have kids.
revive.
Yeah, you know. You have kids.
There's that
Yeah.
Dead show in town. You going to that?
No,
Oh,
no,
you
but-
never were a follower of the Grateful
no.
Dead.
But I have like
Oh,
I
Dead's
I
playing
get it.
tomorrow.
Yeah, the Sphere. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know.
I know.
I was just talking about Wally. That's all.
I know who.
Yeah, I-
I know who will be there. Our guy Neil will be there.
Yes.
Neil's to be fucking in that dome, just tripping on Sid, dude. Shout out Neil from Longbridge, dude. I hope he's fucking frying
Neil
right
trips
now.
me out, dude. He's
Neil's
funny.
a good ass
He comes
dude.
up to me today and he's like, "Hey, what's up with the ovens?" I was like, "Yo, dude, don't buy any more ovens, dude. They're all garbage, dude. Don't buy any more." Ovens.
He's like got a Tony G kitchen. He's got 3 different ovens.
Oh,
in there.
dude,
He's got the Baker's
he's
Pride,
like,
the
and then the
Capone.
Capone
Yeah.
guy's gone now. What do I
Who's
do? And
Neil?
I was like,
Neil is from Longbridge in San
Longbridge.
Francisco. He
great
has-
guy.
He has a Capone, a Pizza Master, and a Baker's Pride, and he does something in each one of them. His
Okay.
fucking kitchen, his kitchen is fucking huge. He's got a Willy Wonka chocolate factory.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
he's big.
Yeah.
Delivery service, everything. He's big. And when we were with Joyride, we were constantly watching. I'm like, this guy's big in San Francisco. He's right in there.
Yeah, that was that was a huge kitchen, and then we went to Mark's place
Oh,
down in
man,
Fence
yeah,
City,
frickin'
and it fucking
Willy Wonka chocolate factory
dude,
over there.
We were like, we show up. There's like 1,000 fucking DSP doughs. Like he's like, yeah, we just fucking par bake these. DoorDash is gonna come pick these up, and I'm like, holy shit. And then I was like, this is like pretty cool, quaint kitchen. He's like, yeah, come with me in the back, and then it's just like, and that's like a whole nother fucking operation. And he was like, here, let me show you this. And then it was like spoodle, and I was just like, I was
This is
never
like
the-
this is what I was hallucinating in the movie Wall-E when I was on edibles.
that's what you saw. That was your vision.
You're like, Ghirardelli Square. This is how we're gonna build it.
I mean, it was a sick. Dude,
That's a big spot there.
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
built a monster there.
Where at Mission
Okay, yeah, Mission. I mean, Mission's huge now.
Yeah.
Huge.
is
Yeah.
big. It's big. Don't do it. Cool.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Keep it tight. Keep it small. When I saw him do that, I was like, "What the fuck?"
No,
did
it's
you
true.
just
It was
build
a
over
good
the
lesson. We figured some things out, but yeah, the smaller the.
Lessons learned.
it's a huge space.
I was talking to a homie here. He's got a burger spot. It's 1,000 square feet. He's crushing it. I'm like, do that. Like,
Yeah, square-
like-
dollar. It's the generated revenue per dollar per square foot.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
You got to stay within that realm. I heard it tonight. I was hanging out with the World Pizza Champs, and I was with Siler. And Siler's number one thing is if you think you're gonna do $1 million, cut it in half.
Mm.
Cut that number in half and base your costing off half.
Right.
Do 500. Right. If you can break that, you're gonna. I was like, wow. Yeah, that makes complete sense, right? Then you're not shooting for the moon. We're just right here. And then I'll be happy and not like depressed and want to be like, dude, I'm going to sell freaking soft serve now. Forget pizza, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
the reason you saw all those par bakes is because we got to figure out how to fill that space. You know what I mean?
And I think I can put that together. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're finding avenues to use the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to
You
fill
know.
the gap.
It wasn't the other way around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were like, oh shit, we need all the space. We're like, fuck, we gotta sell some shit.
Yeah.
like,
What else can we do?
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
I've been using Karen Spring flour for years now. It's been a complete game changer. It comes from an incredible mill in Washington State where they stone mill regeneratively grown grains into some of the most flavorful flour I've ever worked with. They stone mill everything, which means enhanced flavors, preserved nutrients, and embraces a more traditional, sustainable way of doing things. You can feel it the second you open the bag. It's not your average flour. It has color. Do you ever look at a white dough ball? A white dough ball makes no sense. Grain is not white. Open up a bag of Karen Springs and take a look at Mother Earth. Karen Spring operates a social purpose corporation. Legally, they're prioritizing impact over profit. That's pretty powerful. Whether it's your main flour or you want to just blend it, using Karen Springs is going to introduce new flavors you've never tasted before. It helps reshape the food system one bake at a time. We choose Karen Springs because we believe that great ingredients are not just a tagline, it's a commitment. And yes, it does cost more, but like anything worth doing, you get what you pay for. Our dough program is the foundation of what we sell. It's my calling card, and it starts with great grain. Be part of something better. Really use the best ingredients. Karen Springs isn't just flour. It's a belief in the makers, the millers, and the movement. Use code PIE2PIE for 15% off your first order at karenspring.com.
That's kind of what you have to do. You sign a lease, you get into something, there's a situation, and you kind of have to figure it out. And I think that's the fun. That's the fun and the terrifying part about like owning your own business is the figuring it out part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no manual for that, right?
No.
Mm-hmm.
It's the scariest part.
What scares you at night?
What scares me at night? The number in my bank account. I think that I don't think it's any mystery that like we've done really well. Our growth has been great, especially since like all the additions, all the changes at Hot Tongue. Me and Andrew,
you guys streamed that menu down big time. Did
Yeah.
that really helped?
Yeah, we've cut labor, we've done all these things, but like what I don't give myself credit for is that like I did all the wrong things opening up that business, so I dug it into such a hole of debt that getting out of it is going to take me years. And so even if we are successful and growing, I'm still drowning.
Yeah.
And then, there's personal things going on in my life that have also tied my hands behind my back, which is while running a 3-year-old brand new baby business and like kind of having this other thing, it's been really fucked up. And so it's crazy having a successful business, but feeling like you're failing.
You're taking one forward, two back every time.
And just feeling like you're failing. And it's like, my wife's like, dude, you're so fucking hard on yourself. But it's like, babe, like I'm coming home and like I have nothing to contribute to this family, And she's like,
you feel defeated.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, the growth is there, but like the actual money is not there.
It's not doubling, tripling like you would need it.
And that's what that's
what you would expect. You would expect.
Maybe not. I mean, again, if I could go back, I would have spent way more money on equipment, on the proper equipment.
Rather than the countertop.
Just on some brief.
You would have went stainless steel countertops all day.
That's right.
Guaranteed.
I wouldn't have done all the mill work. I wouldn't have spent $5,000 on a sign. Yeah. I would have it would have been a real clean stuff. Put some art on the wall. Put a hood system in there.
Spray paint.
Call it a day.
There we go.
Yeah. Yep. And then if I wanted to do that, I could have done it later. But
I mean, Charlie, good pizza in Cleveland, $100K. Built the whole place.
Yeah.
Done. Second gen location, inherited half the equipment.
It was a second gen though.
Yeah, no key money.
Yeah.
But they're out there.
Yeah.
They're all out there.
Yeah, no,
There's tons of them.
I'm telling you, I made all the wrong decisions.
You flipped a retail store, right?
It was a Subway.
Yeah.
But
flipping those is a pain in the ass. They're not easy to change over because that's corporate build out in there. When those guys build those out, they put quarry tile in the ground. You can't chip that up. It's a nightmare.
Me and Matt sat there with a screwdriver and a hammer, each of us.
Bless your heart.
We chipped it all away. We took down like what I thought was a hood, but I'm so stupid. Like,
it's eyebrow.
It was nothing. It was a vent.
Stainless steel
It was like a vent
flashing.
that's in a bathroom.
Yeah.
But I think though too, like going through those experiences, every experience we go through, especially the more brutal they are,
you're only stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
And just that much smarter.
And it's true. And it's allowed me to, the minute that happened and I went through that, it was like, I'm going to get into consulting or I'm going to help on this podcast or I'm going to try to make sure that no one ever has to feel as small as I did or do some days.
Right.
Right.
Well, you're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
doing great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We
I'm
all
doing my
appreciate
best.
you, Alex.
We're rooting for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're rooting
Thank
for
you.
you.
So is Andrew.
Everybody eat at Hot Zone.
Yeah.
Best pizza in LA.
Best pizza
Hands
in LA.
down. Hands down.
Cult classic.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. I got to ask you this, Alistair, because I've never been in the presence of somebody who got a WPC
You have.
chef coat
Oh, this day.
this
This day.
on this day.
I freaking cried.
Yes. I want to be like completely transparent. I think it's like something that like I've made fun of for a long time.
And I get it. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna get so much slack from the guys.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I was
here
like,
we go.
I was like, I'm
Here
gonna
we go.
roast Buddha, dude.
Oh,
but like,
here we go.
the thing is, like, we've talked to this with the Cowabunga guys today. Like, you first time you go to Pizza Expo, like these guys are like fucking like, yo, is this the Motley
Dodgeball.
Crew? It's
People
like,
ask me, what's Pizza Expo
Yeah.
like? I go, it's Dodgeball, the movie.
yeah,
That's a great
It's
analogy.
dodgeball.
That's amazing.
It's dodgeball.
Yeah,
We pull up, the Italians are in the windbreakers. Come on, guys. Come on, dream team. Come on, guys, dream team. Come on. Come
This
on.
is sick, Al. I love
You
this.
know, you got the Korea guys coming in. They're gonna be the acrobatics. You're
Yeah.
like, all right, guys, load up, bring your coolers in. Come on, guys. Then you got the guys from the Midwest. You're like, I don't know. It's my first day making a pizza. You're like, what the fuck are you doing over here? You got guys over
Shout
there
out
sauteing
Midwest.
mushroom. They compete in 10 minutes. I'm like, what are you doing?
There's a guy
dude?
cooking a full octopus.
I was
Yes.
like, I whenever.
Yeah,
I'm walking
was
back there with
crazy.
my wife. I say, honey, watch this. On day 2, you're gonna see this shit go Richter. There's gonna be guys holding mixers down, KitchenAids. The Italians are gonna be 10 Italians to make fucking 5 dough balls over there. They're all talking Italian, putting the flour. The reps are coming in.
God.
Hey, cazzo.
The Neapolitan shit was crazy, dude.
It's
was.
the most
like, it's a
intense
vibe.
part.
Everyone's got their cameras out.
Oh, it's intense.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going to Italy and doing all that? Oh
I
my
can't.
God.
I
I
can't.
feel like it's more chill in Italy.
I do
It's
too.
Like
That was
it's like a normal
it-
day.
I went
Yeah.
over to drop off some ingredients. And I was like, man, this is fucking lit over here. But I think Vito Capelli was, and everyone was like, oh, Vito Capelli.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Soft and crunchy.
Soft and crunchy.
Soft.
Yeah, he
and
is.
crunchy.
He is. Well, dude. Okay. Well, when the first time I go to Expo, I see all these guys, and it's like, I want this.
That's really
I fucking
good.
want this. You know, like.
Soft
But then, like,
crunchy.
I don't know if it's like easy to kind of make fun of because it is what it is.
I got
But like, I also couldn't
I'll-
tell you what it would be like if Tony like actually called me and was like, "Hey, dude, this is the call up to the big leagues."
Yeah.
And I don't
It's
know
an
how
honor.
I don't know
It's
how
an
it works.
honor.
Yeah, and
It's
like
an
you
honor.
said that you like, is this something that like you kind of always wanted? Or
I
like,
have.
Yeah.
I have. I've always wanted to be. I've been doing. You guys have known me. You know, I've known a couple of you guys for a few years, but I've been in this business for 20 years.
Yeah.
Right? I've been coming to Expo before Expo was in the other hall. Right. When I used to come to Expo, it'd take me 2 days to walk the floor. It was that big.
Yeah.
Right? I was telling someone today, back in the day when I used to come to Expo, it was what we would see in pizza shops today and go, yo, you got to get rid of the gumball machine, dude. You can't have the gumball machine, the tattoo little things in there. That was what I used to see at Expo, right? It's a different world. But then I would see the world pizza champions. And back then it was Tony G, Seiler, Joe Carlucci, Ken Bryan. And I was like, dude, these guys are like, these are it, right? Tattooed up. I'm like, these are the Alex Koons of the time. I'm like, I want to be these guys, dude. I'm like, this is it. So, and to see what they do and what they're preaching about pizza is why I've created Pizza Buddha, right? It's a cool vibe, but it's my platform of sharing pizza internationally, right? My whole mission is how can I train pizza to anybody, right? And we were in Sydney, Australia, and I trained a Nepalese guy who was a chef at a fine dining restaurant who's never touched dough in his life. 10 days on site, the guy's yanking out 200 pizzas out of a Capone oven. He's never seen it in his life, right? Working with 80% hydration dough. So that, to me, to share that mission, the World Pizza Champions is what embodies that, right? So it was an honor to be, distinguished amongst them. Right?
Yeah.
So, and now it's become this crew of ambassadors. So it's an honor.
Yeah.
Right? It's great for business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a very emotional time. Tony is an idol, right? And
Yeah.
we've all had that moment, right? When you see Tony G, it's like, this is the world's best pizza guy.
Yeah.
And my memory of Tony is I had the pleasure of having Tony walk into my pizza place when he was in vacation in Hawaii with his son, wife, and Laura Mai. And at that time, I was making 4 different styles of pizza in 3 different ovens with 3 types of mixers. And this guy's like, holy shit, this guy's doing what I do in San Francisco. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm watching you in Pizza Today. I read every episode. I read every magazine.
Yeah.
Right? Before Instagram, it was Pizza Today.
Yeah.
Right? Back in the day before the gram, and you're like, oh, look at what industry's doing. All right, I'm going to do that right now, right? You'd have to wait till the next edition of Pizza Day. You go, oh, look, Tony made this new pizza. I'm going to do this.
Dude, I love this. Keep going. This is great.
This is how it was back in the day for us, right? Now it's like, oh, Charlie opened good pizza. He's doing that. He got GoFundMe. And tomorrow it's like DOP's open Fast Life. Hot Tongue open vegan only pizza. Square Pie Guys, Detroit only. Sanctuary cooking wood fire pizza with Detroit. And, it's like, what the fuck is going on? It's so fast now, right? So that's what is pushing everybody to be better.
Can I okay, so you're making a couple of good points that I think are super interesting. Like the evolution of Pizza Today basically becomes Instagram.
Yeah.
Like I started from Instagram.
Yeah.
I didn't know Pizza Today existed.
Yeah.
So like if we tie it back to Alex's question, the World Pizza Champs.
Oh, shots fired.
No.
Is there an orgy?
We're gonna edit
No,
that.
stop. I was about to hit some poignant ass shit.
No
Chill,
lube.
hold on. It's the wine. Okay, chill. But that's like from a bygone era, no?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's interesting because like I totally get, and I think it's amazing.
Right.
And like you should feel honored. Like no
it
doubt.
is.
But it's like it's interesting. And just I don't know. It's like
And
it's
now
from an older era.
now we look at pizza, right? And now what we are worried about, and I hear it every time, and we all know this is pizza guys. What when Portnoy comes in, right?
To like this world?
Our pizza shop, right? Portnoy's the new Tony Gimignani standard, right? Everyone's trying to strive for the Portnoy, right? Portnoy's I even dub it, oh, this is Portnoy worthy. After I leave an onsite, I'm like, yep, Portnoy would review this, right? And I left Charlie, I was like, just wait till Portnoy comes here, right? Don't have him come in the next 2 months because you're going to get slammed, dude. Don't do it now, right? This is the new standard of pizza, right? Before it was always we were pushing to the WPC champions, but now Instagram's happened. We're seeing the guys who are creating pizzas out of Agassiz, and boom, the next day they're opening a viral pizza place with a pizza master and 80% hydration dough. And you're like, what the fuck? Who is that guy? Right.
Now he's on the best pizza list in your city. So
right.
That's who he is.
That's what it's happening now, right? So we are now feeling like even more nervous, right? We're like, oh my God, you really got to push, right? So everyone's going, what's next? Tavern? I don't know.
Well, this Dave Portnoy effect, is there going to be a world where like we kind of all wake up and realize like we shouldn't just like be burning pizza?
Yeah, no, it's
or
crazy.
like cooking
if
shit
you
to
wanna,
a crisp.
If you want to cook your pizza for 9 minutes for Portnoy and just dehydrate the shit out of it, then
Well, I had a really interesting experience. One of my best friends moved to New Jersey, and I won't say the shops, but he's by a bunch of shops that got like high eights, like really high eights. And I was, I grew up eating bar pizza from a spot called Eddie's. It was on Entourage, whatever. It's like a pan bar. These are those like thin, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I went there. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to learn something right now. I'm about to like eat some pizza and learn something. And it was all terrible. I was super disappointed. So I don't know what happens sometimes when he shows up. If they make us pizza for him,
right?
If that's their normal pizza.
Is there a brown bag that shows up before?
I don't know. You get what I'm saying?
Greased.
I don't know. It was just weird. The pizza was really bad. I was super disappointed. I don't know. Just weird. Like
that's what I hear.
Effect happens, and then they get volume, and then what happens? What happens
they
then?
get slammed, right? And then when Justin hit me up, Justin was ahead of the game, right? Justin hit me up before the Portnoy review came out. We showed up and got him a dough divider, garlic breath pizza.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
So when he hit me up before the Portnoy review came out, I showed up,
smart,
installed dough divider, installed a rounder. He's able to produce 600 dough balls, no problem.
Yeah.
He's hand rounding everything.
Yeah.
So when the Portnoy review came out, he went from 300, 600 overnight, right? Double.
He had the wherewithal to hit you up.
He was ready.
Yeah.
He was ready for it. Now he's figured it out. He had to deal with the scale, and like Alex says, any automation, you got to make tweaks, right? You can't just, it's going to be apples to apples. It doesn't work that way.
Right? All right. So you happy about the coat you got?
Yeah.
Respect. You are the man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Legit.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
It's
a cool story. He went to get some booze.
Oh.
Ryan's the host now. Ryan, what's good, bro?
Yeah, let's talk about social media, Instagram, TikTok.
Okay.
One sec. I wanted to say this about Dave Portnoy because I think that it's gotten so out of control. I think that his reviews at this point
they're not the same as they used to be.
No.
He gives out numbers much higher than he used to.
He plays on the emotion card.
Yeah,
he
100,
does.
thank
It's
It's
not.
the emotion
it's not.
card.
It doesn't. It's not as meaningful. He's doing way.
He's like,
more.
oh man, this really cute little old lady just
when
gave you a
hear him,
hug.
He goes, oh, I got to give him points for that. I mean, I just can't. You got to juice him. You got to juice him.
What is that? Is that pecorino or oregano? There's something I taste. Like, what?
But I think that full pizzerias are opening up, and their business plan is get a review from Dave Portnoy.
Yeah.
That's their business plan.
That's a bad plan.
And I think Angelo Womack said it the best is like, the margins are too low, the labor's too high, and everybody just wants the fucking golden ticket.
Yeah.
And that's why everyone's so thirsty for this review, because it's going to change their life. But you got to wake up, dude. It might change your life for 3 months or a whole year, but like, dude, it's going to level out.
Well, let's talk about that, right? Dave Portnoy's an influencer, right? Ryan said Instagram, social media, the influencer effect, right? Okay, you get a Portnoy review. Everybody who's following Portnoy is not your normal customer, right? That's what I'm worried about, right? I want to be promoting to your customer, not to the guys who are following Portnoy going, oh, I got to go try that guy's pizza because it was a Portnoy. Guess what? They only come once, try the pizza, you never see them again, right? Well, I don't want that customer. I don't want that guy. Get out of here, right? Like I was talking with my client today and he's like, hey, I'm going to charge $40 for the pizza on my menu in store because I'm already charging $40 on DoorDash. So if they're paying $40 on DoorDash, I'm going to charge $40 in store, only open from 4 to 9. And these are the slots available for pizza. And it's going to be a perfect pizza every time. Why am I going to bust my balls to make all this pizza and be open for 12 hours to serve the masses just to sell one pizza an hour? What's the point? I'm running this electric oven, the staff, the thing. I'd rather just be open for 4 hours, compress all the volume. You can't order. It's only pre-order and that's it. Right? This is what Justin does at Garlic Breath.
Yeah.
You can't just order at Garlic Breath. It's slots.
Massachusetts?
Yeah. So it's time slots.
Yeah.
And this is what we're presenting in Sydney, the place I built in Sydney. It's so busy. We're going to switch to time slots.
Cowabunga does 250 pies a day, and they do all of it in time slots.
It's the way, guys.
They do.
This is a new form of all your modifiers. Change them to times.
And he says
it's that easy.
Really?
Test market it. So you don't even have to get crazy with automate. If you just want to try it, create a modifier set on your cheese pizza. Say cheese, modifier set, times, create all the times, have them click the time. Then when they've clicked that time, you can go on the back end, delete that modifier set time. Then they only have the remaining times. That's your way to kind of hack the system to see if it can work.
Okay.
Right? You do those modifiers, people select those up. You only handle so many orders. On Toast, you can throttle the orders. You can do 15 orders, 5 orders, 3 orders. That's how you handle your business.
Yeah, we didn't get into the weeds of like their system, but they said that like when we'd say that it's going to be ready at 3:15, their pie's going to be ready at 3:15. We know all the dough we're going to need. We know everything. It's mostly pre-sale, and then what's left over pre-sale, like you can just fill in those slots.
Right.
I mean, it sounds so. It's like one of those things I think sounds so foreign to me. Fill in the slots. Was that what you said? Sorry, that was a joke. Fill in the slots.
LOL.
Yeah. Okay. I'll cut that out.
Keep it, Matt. Keep it, please.
But I think it's one of those things I'll probably look back on and be like 4 years from now, 5 years from now, maybe even sooner, and be like, because it was like a pandemic thing. These time slot things it's over my head.
You ever heard of slotted?
What?
You ever heard of slotted?
Is that what the app is called?
So there's a guy in Philly called Circles and Squares. I forget what his original shop was called. He's kind of cool. He'd be good in this podcast if you ever went out there. But he used a system called slotted. This is when I was Pizza Gut. Thank you. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was at his original when he was at a bar, like way back. His pizza.
I would love to try his pizza. But anyway, back in the very early days, that's what we used for the pop-up was this thing. It's slotted. It's like one of those websites where like someone made it and they're like, please give us $5 to maintain the web. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
nice.
But
MySpace.
Whatever, yeah.
MySpace
I don't know if it still exists, but slotted. That was same thing.
Well, there's like Hot Plate and like, I think Secret Pizza still like uses pre-order, but like some of these
some of these, like this idea is like over my head because it's not how it goes. It's like you order and then you make it, and then somebody else orders and then you make it.
Right?
Yeah,
No,
and it's like
100%.
no way I'm doing time
you're
slots.
A business owner.
It's me looking at a conveyor
Can
oven
you imagine
5
being
years
a
ago. And be like,
business
I
owner
would never
going,
have one of those.
Oh wait, so I'm gonna let them fill up the slots, and if any other guys come in for pizza, I'm gonna say no. You have to get a slot. I mean, that's going. I don't want any money. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Right. But when you do the slots, you fill in on the peak time. Then you have the ability to take a walk-in order.
Since 2021, I've had the privilege of consulting on projects across the country, helping operators fine-tune their dough, systems, and everything in between. I take it seriously because I know what it's like to build something from scratch. It can be terrible and lonely. Plenty of folks reach out just to talk shop, and I'm always down to share what I know. But if you're ready to take things to the next level, the next step of improving or launching your business, I offer a full menu of consulting services from dough doctoring to dialing in your systems, policies, and workflow. So head over to alexkoons.com to get in touch. Let's build something together. Better pizza for everyone.
Let's not sell like a weird dream because
No,
Cowabunga, they won
Yeah.
they won a big thing in Canada and they won here.
Yeah.
And those guys built a real brand. You got to build the demand first.
Yeah.
You can't
They-
just
they-
like
you
open
can't
a
just
slot.
roll out there and do that.
Yeah.
Right?
They already had the demand. It was before they even won awards. They've always done a slotted system.
Yeah, and that's because
But they were scaling up, though. They
They're in Canada to where there is, and just like in Sydney, when I did Sydney, there's only Neapolitan pizza in Sydney. The viral guy who's the most trolled guy on Instagram, Daniel Bateman, GG's Pizza in Sydney, Australia. Big yoked Australian guy making, you know that guy, right? So he's
yes,
he's
he's
the
like
number
always-
one trolled.
He's always
pizza
cursing
guy.
at the
90% hydration. Catch me if you can. Crazy. Never wears gloves, but never changes them. You see his pizzas. It's all man. That's all there is there. New York shows up. The city is blown away. Right. You go to Canada. There is no Richie up at Sargetta. There is no Roman. He's killing it. Right.
But Cowabunga is kind of like, in a way, doing a new agey industry
Yeah.
type.
Oh yeah. There is nothing
Dough-wise,
like that.
I think. Yeah.
In Kuwait, there is no New York pizza. Yellow Pizza, 16 locations. They're busier than Domino's and Papa John's. They're second to Pizza Hut at $30 million a year.
In Kuwait.
Kuwait.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking pizza.
So
It's a
basically,
lot.
New York's pretty cool, is what you're saying.
Yeah. New York is in.
That was a
right?
joke, too.
New York is in. We're thinking like New York's out, but out of the country, it is so hot, right? Scars tried to move to Saudi Arabia. You got all the other guys in other countries. Lucali moved to Singapore, which those didn't all work out. He's already closed. I think he closed Miami. He closed Singapore. I knew the franchisee in Singapore. Who's that? And Lucali's Pizza from Brooklyn. Okay. Yeah. He expanded and went to Miami, went to Singapore. You try to go to these other countries, but these guys are getting out there. Pizzanista, he's in Tokyo, killing it.
In Korea.
I know Roberta's is in
Bangkok.
Yeah,
killing
Bangkok.
it. Bangkok, they legalized cannabis. It looks like LA down there.
Wow.
It's insane. There's dispensaries everywhere in a country where they literally put you in jail for life a couple years
That's
ago.
why. That is wild.
That is wild. I'd be like,
What was that? There was that movie. What was that movie?
I hope that was worth it.
It was like Claire Danes.
Pretty good.
Oh, I don't even know.
It's dispensary.
I don't watch a lot of movies.
it's regular
I'm fucked
cannabis.
up.
It's
You watch a lot of movies.
dispensary.
I
Fucked
don't.
up.
No,
I don't.
Al put me on a side quest over here.
Yeah.
Was that Claire? There's that movie that I think it was Claire Danes or someone like went to
Rosette?
went to
What is
Thailand
that
and got
stuff?
like went to jail
It's not
forever.
a
Sediment?
Yeah,
Trying to get her back.
it's
Whatever.
from
It's
LA.
all right.
unfiltered.
Someone, it's just someone out there
I
comment.
think we have to get together and watch this.
Yeah, let's go. This is
Okay.
the
Are we
next.
watching a movie next?
That's a different episode.
We're watching a movie.
Put
We're
on
watching
Flex,
we're watching
guys.
Tony's Matrix shit. Come on.
Dude, should we watch that on camera?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay. Have you guys seen the World Pizza Champions, the Matrix routine?
No.
Okay, there's the Matrix routine or there's the Return of the Sith.
I think we need to see both.
Oh man, I don't even. I'm on the team. I don't even know what this is.
Well, Siler should fucking Padawan you in, dude.
yeah, sorry.
Dude, him and Joe Carlucci. And then after that, we're going to talk about Joe Carlucci's box, dude.
Oh man.
That sounds so dirty.
I don't know where your mind went.
I heard
Has
too.
everyone seen the movie Pizza? Pizza the movie?
Yeah. What?
So,
No, I've heard of it.
there was a New York documentary guy that like was going to film like pizza competitions, but like he caught Tony at like the most perfect time.
It was like one of PMQ's conventions when PMQ used to throw conventions. Tony's on the US.
Oh, I saw this.
Tony's
He
on
had
the
a big
US
fight.
Tony's on the US Pizza team.
Yeah, I remember
basically
this.
tells Robert Greene to like go fuck himself.
This is why there is PDQ and Pizza
Yeah,
Today.
goes to Pizza Today. Talks to Pete, and he's like, I'm gonna start my own team, and then he's doing interviews with Tony, and Tony's this young gun. He's like the fucking Kanye of pizza, and he's just like, I'm fucking like, they go to Italy, and he's like, does this 8-part routine. He's like, yeah, dude, he does like Taekwondo and shit.
Yeah,
he's doing
like in a
Taekwondo and
suit.
shit. He's like, yeah, the Japanese team said I was super sick, like my moves were legit. Dude, it's so fucking good. I was like, God damn, he's so sick, dude. He talked about like how he got into acrobatics, and like that movie is unreal. But I talked to Tony about it, and he's like, that was not supposed to be about that. It was not going to be like that at all. But anyways, I'm gonna find this.
Those
Matrix.
are the best documentaries where like the original thesis is.
It's on. It's on.
It was on Tubi for a long time.
It's on one of these
streaming.
weird streaming things. Yeah, it was hilarious. And you see Tony, and he's young, and you're like untattooed Tony. You're like, holy cow,
Wow,
look at this.
clean Tony.
Clean Tony. You're
Damn.
like baby Tony.
Baby
Look at
Tony.
Baby T.
I just like to imagine that you're like,
He's got full head hair, black, all slicked back like a guinea. You're like, oh man, look at this guy.
I miss old TV.
Pizza dance.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Turn the lights off.
is that at the convention center?
No fucking way.
You have, Ken Bryant.
I'm just gonna
Tony!
Mike Ryan up.
Carlucci.
Look at him.
The fuck? Are these serious?
Yeah.
Is this real?
Yeah.
I have to watch this on mushrooms soon.
I think we need to recreate this.
You see Ryan the next day in a suit at his next pop-up, fucking Matrix mode.
No fucking.
I'm wearing we should all wear black trench coats to Pizza Expo tomorrow for the Matrix routine.
Stop us.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Isn't this sick?
Look at him. Oh my
Dude, Al,
god.
this is you next year.
Oh
dude.
my god. I'm already writing notes, dude. I'm already writing.
Take fucking notes.
It's wild that like the glasses they're wearing are super sick right now. Actually,
Yeah, I think Tony's wearing those today.
I think he had them on when you gave him your
I was like, what was that?
Where's Keanu Reeves at? He's gotta be in this.
dude. Tony G actually spelled backwards is Neo.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh no. This is before they got into all the crazy tricks. They were just backs and legs, guys. Backs.
Yeah, but this was like huge stuff. I mean, like the production
huge.
on this is pretty
sick.
good.
You're back in this
like
day.
2006. This is like a sick hot Pilates class going on right here.
This should be the TV commercial for Pizza Rock. I mean, fuck, come to Pizza Rock.
I mean, why
Get
don't
into
you
the
come
Matrix. Come to Pizza Rock.
You should play this all day at that club. This is so fucking sick.
Oh my god.
Dude, you guys are welcome.
Wow. Wow.
Let's go.
The Matrix.
Holy shit, that was amazing.
I mean, I don't really know where
I
to
can
go
never
from there.
flex. I can't spin like that. I was like,
I can't do any acrobatic, dude.
No
I can
way.
barely make a circle dough.
No way. No way.
Damn, cool guys, good stuff.
They made pizza cool.
They did.
That was why I got into pizza. I was like, these guys are making pizza cool.
Well, pizza's pretty fucking cool.
I mean, it was cool, but seeing cool guys making pizza, I was like, okay.
Do we think that Tony G was the original pizza cool guy?
I mean, if I saw that in 2006, I would have sold drugs. I would have pizza right away.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking saying.
Ryan's like, if I saw that, I would have fucking been acrobatic tomorrow morning.
Fuck some drugs.
I'd be in my garage. I'd be spinning dough in the garage. I'd be fucking on the team. The Colombian is coming. I'm going to be the world acrobatic spinner tomorrow.
Dude,
I'm
it would have been
practicing tonight.
life changing, dude.
Ryan's gonna be at the gas station just spinning dough, practicing.
Oh my god, damn, dude.
Real.
He definitely is though. You gotta.
He's a man.
Yeah.
He's a man.
Uh-huh.
And he's seasoning up real nice.
Bro, he
I mean, I
wrote-
saw him with his glasses with this little string on the back. I was like, what's up with the little string on the back? You're really getting vintage on us with
It's
this.
getting a little.
You're getting sophisticated on us.
It's that time. It's that time of year.
Yeah. It's nice. And he's like, oh, it's when I teach. I put him down. So people,
Like a professor.
you're gonna make my
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah.
Scott, don't you have a pair of glasses? You put them on when you teach.
Why did you ask him that?
Because he's a master of the craft as well.
Oh, okay. Good answer.
There they are.
Good
There
answer.
they are.
Good answer.
Have you done any like specific Pizza Today demos? Has anyone besides Scott?
I spoke about social media once.
You did?
Yeah, that's it.
No
You've
pizza
never
today,
talked
no.
for Pizza Today specifically?
No. No, they don't know who I am. They're like, the Buddha? Who's that?
They will now.
They will now, hopefully.
This is my pizza today right now.
This is Pizza Today.
Yeah.
Pie to pie is Pizza Today to me. I
Pizza
told them,
tonight.
I was like, guys, I got to go to the most important podcast on the internet right now. Let's go there. Koons is waiting. The hotel room is lit.
We're talking about camping in
They're
here.
camping.
Yeah.
They have,
Matrix.
they have the Matrix movie pulled up, queued up, ready to go.
Those are no jokes. Those are all facts.
Is that the tread tripod?
Yes. That actually doubles up as a camera, but a tread fits right on top of that.
Wow.
We love treads.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Ghazi.
Don't tread
Shout
on
out
me.
Ghazni.
Don't
We
tread
watched
on
an
me.
uni catch on fire by Ghazi. I watched a Volt catch on fire, get a Ghazi.
You
Don't
heard
play
it.
with your
You heard it
toaster
here.
anymore, guys.
Don't play with your toes. All right, dude, Ryan, you haven't said much, dude. What's been the toughest situation? What's been the
Yeah, where are you?
Where have you been,
We're
dude?
just talking about selling
He's
drugs.
just vibing, bro.
Oh yeah, I used to sell drugs.
There you go.
Oh, God.
I used to own and manage medical marijuana shops. Like,
Oh, okay. That's like super legit. What the fuck?
Yeah, you were the original dispensary before the
like
dispensary was a
2003.
dispensary.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
got
fine.
thoroughly indicted.
Okay.
You
That's
were
how I
the
got-
bodega.
That's how I got into pizza. Really, think about it. I mean, I had to move back home and work at a restaurant with a wood fire oven. And next thing you know, oh, this is cool. Did a catering. Well, this is a cool job. This is a cool business. And here I am.
Look at you now.
Sanctuary Pizza.
Would have thought. Look at us now.
Are you scared?
Stress.
I'm proud of you, dude.
Are you scared? Are you scared to go in business with people? These people?
I mean, you're always going to question everything.
Do you know
right?
them well?
I know them, pretty good.
Okay.
What have I told you to do with them?
Oh, fucking a lot of stuff. And I fucking
Operating agreements.
with all that stuff.
Clad. Operating
Shareholders
agreements.
agreements. Yeah. All that stuff.
Yeah.
Working times.
Working times. There's so much lawyer stuff. I feel like I have to talk to a lawyer like almost every other day.
Smart.
That's how they set it up. You know,
Yeah.
keep engaging with them.
Yeah,
until
it's
they
like
make
a
the
game of
money
chess.
to, like drag everything out.
Yeah.
It's on your lap.
I mean, I wouldn't even want to open this spot by myself either.
It's hard.
You wouldn't want to do that?
Not by myself, no. Not with a liquor license.
No. No way.
That type of volume, that type of location. I'm like the guy who's like, just put me like in the shittiest fucking parking lot, mall with a little window. I'm just there making pizza,
Wow.
and that's it.
Bring the trailer
Would you work
back,
with a
Scott.
partner?
I guess so the only partner I've really had in anything that I've done has been my father-in-law. And that's been an interesting dynamic, but also there's a lot of similarities. He started his own business. And I think he wants me to take care of his girl and his grandkids. So there's definitely like an investment there that I feel comfortable with. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, and we've talked to certain people about whether it's like a development group, but then it, things like percentage rents and stuff like that doesn't interest me at all. It just doesn't make sense for me right now. But I am open. I am open to it.
He's open.
If there's anyone
Accepting
out there,
partnerships.
yes,
Accepting
yes.
applications.
At one point, you have to think about it. Well, sorry. But that's
Oh yeah, no, I just like seeing what it takes actually to open a place that I would be proud of. I know I don't have that kind of cash flow right now. But yeah,
Cash flow.
Would you work with a partner?
It was I would. I actually would. I agree with what I was saying, that you gotta just be really upfront, set expectations, get things in writing. That's the way to do it.
It's got to be on paper, even if it's your best friend.
Yeah. That's a hard thing.
It's hard.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, for you, Nick, man, you got a good thing going. I mean, lawyers are expensive, but you could write the contracts correctly, and you got a good brand where you're at. You could get some money in the door from people who are interested in supporting your vision.
Thank you. And Alex has been a big, a big light in my life as far as like I have so many questions, and I know that you've answered them yourself. But yeah, it's weird. Like I definitely want a spot still, but like we're also growing like the catering, and it's like, damn, like maybe this is just the route. Just keep.
Dude, catering's where it's at.
Don't buy brick-and-mortar. Just more trailers and just expand this way.
Tons of them. Yeah. Siler, King of Fire. Never do a lease. Dude.
Yeah.
You're in bed for life. You're out of business in the first month.
Yeah.
If you don't make it, you're done. Guess what? You're stuck in a 5-5 year lease. You can't get out.
Yeah.
There's ironclad contracts, dude.
Yeah.
There's those
Got to
guys
read the
from,
paper.
Michigan or Paddle and Wood, like they only have 2 treasures that do over $1 million a year in catering.
No rent.
I do feel like that.
It's a hustle, though. It's a gypsy hustle.
Is it?
You're riding around. When I think of
yeah.
Brian, I'm like, there goes Ryan the gypsy.
I'm a frustrated fucking gypsy.
That's a gypsy life.
I hate being.
You got to be. It's like it's Fire Island every day. You like Fire Island Festival? Here we go. Who forgot the Semolina today?
I know.
You mean Firefest?
Yeah, Firefest.
Fire
Island's also a sick movie on Netflix, though.
Firefest.
I got you. Sorry. No, Fire Island's also where like you go to the beach in New York. It's fun there, man. New York's cool.
I do think though that like everyone out there, I think starting with a catering company though, and then opening up a brick and mortar, being able to use it as a commissary.
100%.
And then like you look at the Two Doughs and the Lasorteds and like the Speak Cheesies, like they have multiple. Their shitty week is supplemented in all their catering. Like they're always okay, and if one thing isn't okay, the other thing is.
Right.
And like having that mainstay, that one thing, like you're so mobile, and starting out that way is insane.
Well, I mean, starting out though, but I like starting out. If I was to start out, if I was to do this all over again, and I'd be like, I'm going to start a catering company. So when it's closed, I'm not paying rent.
Yeah.
It's parked in my house. Yeah. Right. There's no insurance, crazy. There's no power bill. I'm not running the walk-in, the water, the sewer.
But to make money, you got to
work.
You got to be the guy.
You got to be the guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's no longer waving the flag in the street, going, "Hey guys, come to my pizza place." You're going out there to make the money. You got to want it. You got to want it.
There's a lot of ways. I think that you just got to. I don't know.
It's not for everybody, right? I did Brian at Rose City Pizza, built him a catering thing. I looked at him like 3 times. I'm like, dude, you're not a catering guy. I'm like, Brian, you're not a catering guy.
Yeah.
Is he using it? The truck?
He's not. It hasn't moved since, right? Unfortunately, he named it Rose and Embers, and then unfortunately, the week I was there, we had the LA fire.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
So the name doesn't really. It's a little bit sensitive in LA right now.
Yeah.
So he didn't feel comfortable like pushing it, but also Brian's not that kind of guy, right? You got to be an extroverted personality, right? It's nothing against him. He's a smart kid. He knows his deal, but you got to be an extrovert, right?
Yeah.
You got to be a singer.
100%.
You got to be a seller,
100%,
right? You're the
100%.
guy out there selling the hair straighteners at the mall. Like, please buy my $700 hair straightener,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You got to want it. And if you're just going to be that guy going, "Hey, I'm open for business. Here's my menu. Yeah, I can make you a pizza." Not going to happen.
No.
Not going to happen.
You got to.
People are wanting the experience with catering, right? You're not selling
that's the
a
vibe.
retail deal, right? That's what I always tell people when I consult them on the catering side. You're not selling pizza. You're selling an experience, right? You can charge whatever the fuck you want for that.
Yeah.
Right? Based on you do it every day, right?
Well, yeah, it's because it's much different. You are selling experience. You're going out
I'm
there.
bringing
There
the
is
kitchen
fire.
to your
There's food.
backyard.
Yeah, there's like you don't get that, and then
I clean up, I do the dishes, and
the beauty thing about catering too is like anytime we've ever done a catering job, like people's minds are blown.
oh,
They're
man.
like, this is the best pizza I've ever had.
Wow,
It's like,
why do those pepperonis cup like that?
It's so greasy.
It's
but
so much more
good.
exciting,
I've never had pizza like
right?
this.
Than the retail customer. They're like, "Hey, my slice is cold." And
I
you're
saw this
like,
on
"What the
Instagram. It
fuck?"
doesn't look the same. I know.
Yeah,
It's
you're like, "What the fuck?"
I know.
Do you guys have any specials?
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, "What the fuck?"
It's true. It's true. But like, it's
catering. They're like, "Whatever you charge, I'll pay it."
Yeah, no, I
They
want
never
that.
go, "Hey, do you guys got any discounts?"
You're right.
Right? You notice that with catering?
Yeah,
They never come up, "You guys got any specials?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, no,
Well, I'm special being right here, mobile for you right now.
yeah, no, like there's nothing like that. I mean, I do get the hey, like this is my budget. I'm like, well, this is mine. You know, like it's not how this works.
This is me.
Yeah, but I know, like, yeah, we've been pretty fortunate, and now we're getting more into like, more like corporate stuff, which has been really nice.
That's
Then
the
it's
money.
just, it's
the
just
money.
it's just consistent.
They pay.
You
They
throw
never blink.
you throw a number, we set up.
I mean, Mark, you
good.
do a lot of that in Sanford, corporate stuff up there. Well, we did a bunch of it at Joyride.
I mean, but just catering.
Yeah, easy cater up
But
there.
it's
You guys
it's
use easy
that's
cater.
just a big delivery order.
Yeah.
Yeah. We every once in a while will pull up with the Gosneys, and I kind of love and hate it
Yeah.
because I do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
This-
It's
this-
you. You
but
can't
this is
train
what
that.
this is what I'm saying. Going back to it, it's like there's a lot of ways to start. You definitely should take steps and learn at each phase.
Right.
It's the same thing you're saying with like if you're projecting $1 million, cut it in half. Like grow into the stuff.
Right.
Whatever you choose to do, grow
Right.
into it.
Don't go
You know what
out
I
there
mean?
buy all the robots and
yeah,
everything right
yeah.
off the rip. You got to learn how to. Because I always tell people, I go, guys, you could buy the dough stretcher, the dough press. What happens if it breaks? You got to learn the basis of why it's doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Respect the craft, Tony G.
100%. Respect. Would you ever work with a partner?
I don't know. I haven't. So
You've never worked with a partner?
No. My dad always said no partners. But then you limit yourself, But if you're happy with one shop open in St. Louis, you don't need a ton of capital.
Chill too.
So
I like it up there.
it can work. And most of the time it blows up, but especially in
Partnerships
small
are tough.
businesses, for one reason or another, you always got to be suspicious and worried and paranoid that's gonna. So, it has its advantages not having a partner for sure, because I don't have to talk to somebody. I don't have to answer to somebody. I don't have to collaborate, on ideas but on other times it's like I'm all by myself. So it's, my wife isn't involved in the business. But it's worked out. It's worked out for me. So, it's just the way I'm doing it. But, everything's so growth oriented that and nothing wrong with growth, but I'm not really that kind of person,
Yeah.
So if I got one great shop, making money and serving pizza and, managing that, I don't want to add to my work, especially now at this stage of my life. But, I was always trying to do the least and make the most money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of everybody's goal in some way.
Mhm.
But, there's no substitute for hard work to make it. It's like you can't. Everybody thinks people get into business, especially when I sold my 2 businesses, you get people interested and they're like, yeah, I want to do a side business because I want to retire. And it's like, what? I'm like, you want to open a restaurant because you think a lot of people think it's easy, it's like easy money and it's glamorous and, it's, I had the one guy said he wanted to, one guy looked at my place and he's like, yeah, I was like, why do you want to buy a pizzeria? And he's like, well, I want to get out of the rat race. And it's like, you want to get out of the rat race, but opening a restaurant, that doesn't, he's like, this guy's had no idea. It's like having a baby or whatever. You could read about it, but you don't really know until you open a store. So I haven't scaled big. You have a bunch of locations, right? Yeah. So I have a lot of experience, with one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really see myself as a chef or a restaurateur. I was artist, cliche as it is. So pizza was just my widget, my business person also. So pizza. I love pizza, so it just happens to be my product and what I sell. So I take it like a business approach, you know. So
I do
it's
that.
a long answer. It's long
No,
winded.
that was the
But,
yeah, that's what I'm
you
talking
know,
about.
but partners, like I see all the problems with partners, and I'm problem averse. So I'm like, I just want things to be easy. So I can't, you know, have 10 shops and if I don't have a partner, you can't really like go more than one shop without. So sometimes for most it's you have to get in, you have to have some kind of partner, whether it's your wife or your you know, investor or your, you know, hopefully not friend, because you won't be friends after a while for sure. You know, family, hiring family and friends. I'm sure everybody has a story about that. So you know,
family.
What?
It's tough.
Yeah. So partners are, you know, hopefully you know, it works out with you know, I think if you have a good relationship, like if people stay in their lanes, and one is, you know, don't get greedy, but there's always problems when if there's money, then there's going to be probably a problem. If there's no money,
more money, more problems.
if there's no money, you know, there's also going to be problems. So it's sort of like, you know, money can easily get between people, especially the more partners you have, the more complicated it is. You know, especially now since I opened my first place at 47. So, you know, now I'm 57. So it's sort of like, do I really want
57, dude?
Yeah.
Damn, you look great.
Best looking 57-year-old
Wow, yeah.
in the world, dude.
Wow, dude.
Thank you.
All right, so there's the answer. Don't get a
Vegetarian-
partner. You'll look like
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
a
yeah.
Don't
man.
have a partner. This is what you look
Almost
like.
58.
Look at how mellow he is.
Almost
Yeah, calm.
58.
He's fucking
Calm.
So, you know, even my wife's not my partner, you know.
Ooh,
It's like,
even better.
as far as business
I
wise,
got you. I know what you mean.
business wise, you know.
Relax, Alistair.
Yeah.
My wife's my partner, and that's in the second marriage. It's the best.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm typically partnerships don't work out, but that doesn't mean like there's a small percentage that does work out, and you could be in that percentage.
Yeah, and
you know?
it depends. Yeah, if you
But
guys
it's
are
like
gonna
gambling,
scale.
you know. The house always wins, and you know, well, like the Rolling Stones, man, they're still together and they're still playing. So if you're like the Rolling Stones,
Yeah.
you know, if you can keep if people respect each other and no one's greedy,
Right.
you know, that's what about you? What about you know, would you take on a partner and maybe open a couple bar pie LAs or hot tongues?
Oh
or,
yeah.
you know?
What is the plan with Bar Pie LA?
Bar Pie
You better
LA,
trademark that.
Bar Pie LA, I was hoping to get involved with some people that are like have a liquor program, and like I'm wearing my favorite pizzeria in the United States,
Tony's
not
Bar?
the world, Tony's Baltimore Grill. They do like like kind of like old school tavern pies.
Oh, like Pequods. Oh no, not
Like little
fit.
old school, like a
Yeah.
lot of butter, like a 70-year-old woman seats you in a fucking place that people have
Whoa.
been smoking in since 1942.
Yeah.
Like and
It's got red checkered
yeah,
tablecloths.
it's all
Chianti
everything's
bottles
red
on
in
the
there.
wall.
Like
Oh, yeah.
you never would want to turn the lights on. It probably look
Bathroom
pretty fucking
smells like
scary.
Costco,
Yeah,
like
100%.
Kirkland.
It's everything's Kirkland signature.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
The
yeah.
shirt, the shirt says it all. man.
Did you have partners when you
I
expanded?
did. There was 2 square pie guys, and now
It was Square Pie guys.
Yeah.
I knew them both.
Yeah.
Both
Oh,
good
they're
guys.
not partners anymore.
I have definitely have. We started with investors. You know.
Oh,
that
you
was
got
very helpful.
investors.
But like Al said, you know, it's all about the agreements. It's all about the documents. You
Yeah.
know? Like
These
I said-
guys worked hard though. I've watched you guys. You guys worked really hard
Yeah, thanks,
together, and
man.
it was sad to see. You know, I've watched you guys. I went there to the mission when you guys first
I
opened.
know we almost
After
hired.
Sorry, I
vinyl.
cut you off, man. You were
And
going
it
into
was
it.
sad to see the breakup, right? But it happens. It happens, right? And like you say, and you've said it 2-3 times, operating agreements. Who's expected to do what, right?
It's like
Even
in
in
that,
life, who are
Right.
you gonna? In marriage, we're like, okay, you're my wife, I'm your husband, right? This is the agreement. In business, it's like I'm your partner, I'm the investor, but I'm investing. I shouldn't have to worry. Wait, but you should. You're a part of the business, right? I have
Yeah, it's
another client who's
misaligned
like,
visions
my next
and
partner are
in the
only
beginning-
working partners, right?
Yeah.
That's his little disclaimer he's putting. You must be a working partner. I was like, wow, okay, it's a bold
It's tough. Partnerships are tough.
It's tough.
Unfortunately, we're talking about like putting stuff on paper and making sure like you're protected. But to be completely honest with you, there is no protection.
There is none. No matter
those
what.
Those
It's all
are
bull.
There's a real thing called litigation.
Yeah.
A litigation can take a year. Litigation can take
Forever.
5 years. However long somebody wants to drag you through. So you could have an airtight shareholders agreement
100%.
or a partnership agreement, whatever it is. And if somebody wants to keep it going and you've never been through the legal system, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I would say to all the young people out there, including myself, sometimes we do things just to make the dream come true.
Oh, 100%. Impulsive.
You sacrifice. Kyle from Little Dynamite said something really beautiful on a podcast. He said, if shit feels weird, it's weird. And it's true. And I can look back on decisions that I made just because I wanted this so badly that I swallowed that gut feeling and I said, it won't happen to me. That wouldn't happen to me. This is going to work out. And I'm paying for that decision, but that was my personal decision. You know, I think
you owned it.
You owned it, but yeah, I'm owning it. But I think I knew what I was getting into. People know if it has to outweigh the repercussions that you can't see down the line.
Sure.
And the thing about having a partner, whether it be a marriage or a partnership agreement with somebody you're going into business with, is things change, people change. And expectations change. When communication breaks down, or maybe there wasn't proper communication right from the start, things get really, really gross when there's a breakup.
Oh.
People stop acting like adults, and that's what gets really scary.
Yeah.
So I know
primarily involves money.
It's money, ego, pride.
Right.
Money. Once you start putting money in and time, but the real thing is it's fucking energy. It's fucking energy.
I had somebody at the seminar. I was doing how to sell your pizzeria for top dollar. They asked me about what do I think of owner financing? You know, like someone comes here, obviously,
Right.
they're like, "What do you think of owner financing?" And I was like, never would I ever do owner financing, because what's going to happen is you're going to owner finance, and then who you're financing to, they're going to default. And so then another person raised their hand and they're like, yeah, we did owner financing. I was like, well, what happened? Oh, they defaulted and we took back the place, and now we're trying to sell it again. And it's like, there you go. You know, like George Costanza. You know, it's sort of like, there you go. There's your answer. Don't do owner financing unless you're extremely wealthy and you can afford to like either take back the thing or not worry about them when they disappear in the middle of the night.
Right.
Without paying and yeah, it's like you had agreements like you're talking about. It doesn't matter, because what are you going to pay all lawyer to sue them to try to get, it's like, you know, anyway, owner financing, I would not recommend for if you're selling, especially a one-off pizzeria. You know, if you're a finance company and maybe you have 50 Dominoes and you have capital and, you know, you're financing somebody's purchase, it's different.
Right. You can just like put on a spreadsheet.
Right. So, but you need partner. You know, if you want to grow, you're gonna need partners. If you want to be big, you're gonna have to have partners. So I guess there's an art to
either partners. I would say either partners or amazing credit. Right. Own a house, second line of equity. Right. Line of credits, leasehold on the equipment. Right. This is why I sell new, because I'm selling new because I'm gonna get them to go to a leasehold company and lease the equipment to buy it for $1 after 5 years. But depreciate the equipment for 5 years on their taxes, right? Mm-hmm. Paying $200 a month on a $40,000 Pizza Master. Sure, I could get that. Mm-hmm. I'm not paying for that cash. Fuck yourself. I'm going to make the money first, right? I better be making triple what those interest payments are on that lease, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to pay $1 for it when I'm done. Right? This is the best, because the leasehold is not on the balance sheet on the liability side. Yeah. It's on the expenses side. This is where then we can lend to get more capital, line of credit. This is how you build a pizza shop cheap without having to fork out your left and right nut. Right? Yeah. This is the way we do it these days. And all of those guys that you guys are seeing, that's why I go, guys, go to the big corporates, because they're in bed with lease companies. They're in bed with finance companies who are financing ovens for customers. Because chains go in there and buy 20 ovens. They're financing all of that.
Well, you're talking about like a lot of stuff that maybe like you there's other ways of getting in
Cash.
bed with the devil.
Yeah. Without being so far in bed.
Yeah, like don't be too afraid to go into debt.
But do it in
and do it in the right way.
Yeah.
And do it in the right way.
Go into debt this way that isn't gonna kill you. Right?
I remember talking to Mark about a situation that he maybe was kind of looking at, and I never kind of thought about like there's landlords out there that'll do a full build out. They'll include it in they'll cuff everything. They'll build it exactly how you want.
Yeah.
They'll put it in your rent for X amount of years, and then your rent goes down, and boom, you got your build out.
Yep.
And then it's just your confidence, what you think you can do, and like that, and it's all on you. They're like leasing equipment. I didn't even know that you could lease equipment until like 2 years ago. Like you just you don't have to fucking buy out of it. Like you it's like a fucking used car. You drive that off the lot and it's just fucking shit.
It's scary though because you got to sign the personal guarantee.
Of course,
of course. Signing PGs, but hey,
of course, but it's you signing it.
Yeah,
you are the one in charge.
Right?
Yeah,
and it's mine. That's my oven,
and it's your problem.
Yeah. That you got to take care of it,
Yeah.
and there's a sense of pride from owning it. Now you're like, guys, come on, here's how you train to use the oven.
Yeah. Do any of you guys ever have self-imposter syndrome?
Yeah,
100%.
Nick was saying before, like this is the first year he felt confident at Pizza Expo.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is like my third.
That's how I felt.
Yeah, no, this is like my third or fourth year. But Mark was asking, kind of our experiences this year, and this was the first year where I felt confident. I fucking went into a booth and made pizza. I wanted to talk about what I did. Yeah, I mean, and it's real. Even having a line like you saw it, I still feel like fuck, dude. Like I feel such a personal responsibility to making sure that this pizza is even better than what I conceptualized it at. And it's a scary thing, but also at the same time, I think that makes me aware that I care and that I'm trying to do the best that I can, and I want to have the best team that I can. But yeah, I think it's pretty normal to have.
Yeah,
I think. Well, I mean, I'm probably like 20 years older than all you guys, so like when I grew up, it wasn't like what?
We're old too.
What?
I'm 40.
I still got 17 on you. But I think when I grew up, it wasn't like, I think with your generation, there's more like, I think it was more like, I played football and everything. So it was like, rah, be tough, like don't. So I kind of like grew up pretty confident. So, I mean, sometimes you have doubts. You're like, oh, am I really good? Do people like my pizza? Or am I really successful? Am I successful? Like I have fleeting thoughts, but I haven't really had that issue because I think that's that even that term, that term wasn't around when. I think it's more of a modern term.
Yeah.
So I think that's why some of my employees, because of the generational thing, I was like, had like the football coach mentality, and they're just like, what the fuck,
okay, coach.
They're like, this guy, it's like, I'm like modeling it after like my high school football coach. Like my people couldn't be 1 minute late. Seriously, like if you were 1 minute late.
They're like you kept saying,
so
you keep saying hoorah.
You know what they did though? The slippery ones that they are, so they knew I was like a stickler on time. So instead of coming late, they would come like 45 minutes or an hour before their shift, they're scheduled. And they knew that I wouldn't say anything. So they'd catch an extra hour out of my payroll, and like do this task like really slow when they should come like, 10 minutes before the shift is when you show up. And so they're like showing up at like 45 minutes and I'm about to say something like, you know what? Rather have them early. And even if they're not productive, I'd rather not have them come late. Because obviously anyone who runs a business and you're relying on people and they come late and then you don't do anything about it.
Thank you, Andrew.
Maybe I was like a little too harsh. But like, that's just how I grew up. So I'm just like, dude, you're 5 minutes late every day. Why not be 5 minutes early? And then this one guy listened to me and he's like, I'm like, how do you feel? He's like, I feel great. because then his whole life like shifted into like being on time.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, so as far as like the imposter syndrome thing, it's just like a new term to me, but I get it. You have fleeting moments of insecurity, fleeting moments of like, again, questioning. There's nothing wrong with like questioning, but I think people maybe indulge in that feeling, and it's like becomes like,
bigger thing.
Well, it's just a sort of vanity it's almost a vanity to like go so into that. It's like the opposite of the big ego.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's sort
like
of
it's the crutch that they lean on to like that's their identifier rather than
right.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of like but I think it's more of a your generation kind of thing. Sorry,
I would disagree. Maybe there wasn't language for it, but I would imagine that like everyone in throughout time has thought like, how
lack
the
of
fuck
confidence.
it's not lack of confidence though. It's kind of like a fleeting moment of lack of confidence where it's like, how did I get here? Do I deserve to be here? Do I know what I'm doing? It's usually quick kind of ideas. I think there's a difference between self-imposters like syndrome, having it all the time, and kind of getting over it, or like feeling like that all the time. You know what I mean? I feel like it's pretty normal to have.
But you can reason yourself out of it because like you have a business, you're doing great pizza, you're employing people.
Yeah.
You can counter all that. Like, are you trying to be a star or like, is it, I think if you work through something like that by just reversing everything and saying, I'm focusing on all the things you do, and that's really just coming from the outside.
Yeah.
As far as like what your reputation is or what other people think about you, it's all from the outside. So it's
that's what the thing is. It's all outside stuff, though.
Yeah.
So everyone can be telling you, dude, you're fucking killing it, dude.
Right.
You're fucking sick, dude.
Right.
1,000 likes on Instagram.
Right.
But then you could be like,
Only
I have
1,000.
no idea. No one knows that I'm a fucking fraud. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, what
I'm
is
just
a fraud
figuring this
anyway?
out. We're all frauds.
Are we?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we all project this idea of who we are, but no one ever gets to really know exactly who you are except yourself.
Yeah.
And so you're with yourself all the time. You know yourself all the time.
RP? Are we getting into a moment right now? Is this a break?
No, I mean, and like even
after dark just started.
like even being real, like on the way here, I was like asking Alex, I was like, hey, like who else is on this podcast? And you just listen to names. I was like, God damn, you okay? But like having like a little bit of that, like
that's like a great example of it. Of Nick
you
admitting
guys are all,
that
like, you guys are all people that at
you-
some point I've admired like in a different way, even like down to Ryan. Like he was one of the first people that I had reached out to or even talked to that was doing like a wood fire trailer, let alone fucking Detroit style inside of a wood fire. And I just admire the hell out of it. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, he followed me back. But do I feel? But I don't think I'm that good. Like there's a lot of those little things. So
It's weird that it all kind of comes up at Pizza Expo. I feel like those feelings.
Oh yeah.
Like what exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because I think about even for me, like I was used to do software sales. You guys, like
I remember. I was like,
like
that.
that.
These are software guys making.
That's what I'm
Detroits.
saying. Yeah,
Crazy.
I was in finance.
Yeah,
I used to go to self-storage conventions.
Yeah, but
I was in Vegas before I got into pizza. I was doing the self-storage convention.
You'll start.
I can tell you that the pizza convention is a lot better.
I think I recognize you.
No.
Check out this space.
No, I was part of we invested in self-storage. So go to the conference. It was extremely boring. Yeah, pretty stale.
Yeah, what is it? What are they displaying?
Look at what you can fit in
Talking
here.
about,
Look at this 10 by 10.
right. New doors, locks, special locks,
Ball bearings.
security.
Look at them. They're automatic. This is the dough press for the doors.
Look at Carly.
Buddha's Ferragamo story, like the Ferragamo suit,
I
his
still-
fucking
I went
scooter
back to- I reposted
almost getting hit by a car. Be like,
The
fuck
M5,
this, I
the
quit,
M5,
dude.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget it. John Hancock fucking flying through Ferragamo like he's fucking guy, dude. I'm trying to impress. It's like
You ever see
it's
Boiler
like
Room?
it's like oh yeah,
Yeah,
Boiler
I feel like
Room,
that's
the fucking
when you were talking about
Glengarry
that.
Glen Ross, the freaking the Boiler Room, Glengarry Glen Ross, Wall Street. Those are all the finance movies right there. We used to That was the life I wanted to be Vin Diesel in the freaking movie, right?
You are Vin Diesel, bro.
I wish I was.
It's family, dog. Family.
Yeah, it's my
Well, we kind of talked about like a competition a little bit, but I think that like talking about like maybe feelings that get brought up is like I think comparison. It's not even competition because I think we all do love each other. Like as a community, I think we come together at this expo. A lot of us like really truly try to unite and talk and hang out. But I think that again, maybe this could also be our generation, but the comparison, which I think everyone does, whether you know it or not, you are going to compare somebody's pizza on Instagram at the competition. I'm comparing myself to this person, somebody's success, all these things. And that is like this weird validation that you kind of need. And so it's like, again, you're like, you could be fucking sick, successful, blah, blah, blah. But then you see your other buddies here.
Yeah.
And he's fucking doing this and I'm excited for him. I'm stoked. I want him to succeed. It drives me, but it's like, fuck, dude, I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm like not doing shit.
No,
That's very real.
100%.
That's very real.
That's what pushes us, right?
Yeah,
That's
100%.
what pushes us, right? And it was like last year with the WPC thing, I was like, wow, they didn't fucking call me this year.
Oh, really?
I was like,
So you don't know? Like
I knew this year. I was like, oh wow, the interview. I had 6 months of interview. I had to get interviewed by the entire team. I had to do the board. There's a whole process from it. Then you meet the whole team. But it was like, oh shit. I mean, like, why didn't I get called up? Who's this guy? I've never even seen that guy. Right? Like, who is that guy? Right? He's not on Pie to Pie or What's Good Though or like nobody. Derek, like
that isn't nobody.
Do you even cook with an electric oven, bro? You know? It's like, do you have wild, Detroit Tuesdays and shit? Like, are you trending like that, bro? Do you even freako? But it was like, I was like, it's kind of like, it is. I do feel that self-imposter syndrome. It is. You guys see what I do on my platform. I speak a lot of confidence, right?
100%.
It is. You can ask my wife. It's like sometimes I lead projects and I'm like, I don't know, babe. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I go, fucking put the flour, put the water, mix it together. I mean, that's the recipe I read in the book. This guy should be good. Right? I go, you take the oven, you put it in there, right? It works, right? So
It's pretty deep, Al. It's kind of
it is, right? And it is wondering, and I have to, as a consultant, give you guys information that's exciting, it's interesting, but it has to be true, right? So it's like, then I question myself. I'm like, oh shit, should I direct people to do tavern? Is that the way to go? I feel like I'm making an impact. Is that the way to go? Is more water in the dough the way to make a crispier pizza? Is that what the trend is now? Is electric for me as a consultant, that's where I feel like I'm like, oh, is this really it? Right? Because I feel responsibility for the community of us as pizza guys to research as I travel. I'm like, okay, I'm getting all the information for all of us, right? Like, okay, guys, this is how we're gonna do it, guys. We're gonna take these ovens, do this is best pizza, right? So you're always questioning, right? And yeah, you're right. Here at Expo, it is that, oh, we're getting checked this week, right? I'm getting checked.
I'll tell you kind of a funny story just on the same like theme. When I first came here to Expo in like 2019, it's the same vibe like you guys are saying. Like I saw Tony,
Oh,
and I was like, oh my God. But then like the other day, I was leaving the hotel to go do my dough for the competition, and Tony walked out the lobby, and I drove him to Expo. So it's just like
it's a humbling thing, right?
It's just kind of wild. You know what I mean?
It is.
I don't know. I'm not Tony, of course.
Right. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? He recognized me, and I was like, hey, come hop in my car. That's weird.
That's sick.
5 years ago, you know what I'm saying? If I was like, hey man, hop in my car, I'd be like, who the fuck are you?
Right, 100%.
Don't talk to me.
It is. It's humbling, right? And being here at Expo, especially with the machines. I've never worked a booth before, right? You guys you're doing seminars. I had to speak to 200 operators we've all made a lot of pizza, right? A lot of these guys I'm talking to have one shop. They're doing $500,000 a year. They got employees. They bought a rounder. They're kind of making a dough. They kind of know what we're doing because a PFG rep said, you got to try the new Pizza Master. It's great. Yeah. Get rid of your Marceau, and they do it, and then they're like, this doesn't really work, right? And then what do you do?
Yeah.
So,
Well, I can tell you how fucking just surreal it is to sit here while I'm watching all of you guys talk, because I remember going to this dude's first cashew demo.
I was there.
In like 2017 at Expo. I remember seeing you at the Mike's Hot Honey party, and I'd seen you all around Expo with like the fucking braids. I was like, dude, I don't even know.
Look at this.
I was like, I can never talk to.
Look at this
I can
Samoan.
I can never talk to this dude. Like this dude's like next level. Like his Detroits are so sick. Yeah, like this guy's fucking dope.
Like,
I remember talking
pimping.
to. I remember talking to Mark for the first time on Instagram. I thought Square Pie guys were tight. I always thought Mark was sick because he wore Yeezys. Like, and I was like, yo, this dude might fucking know a little bit, because like sometimes we're not the most best dressed people.
Only slice 420.
Yeah, dude. And he sent me a t-shirt, and it was like also like cool merch with like this motorcycle helmet. I was like, dude, this guy fucking gets it, dude. You know. And then like I heard Nick on a fucking podcast on SPM, and he had been like it was just like you came in after that podcast. Was it after that podcast?
Yeah, like
right after that podcast, and it was just like we broed down.
Yeah.
And then like I had like the meeting that we had, it was just like I didn't know any, like you're a big force of energy, but like I told you last year when we finally met, it was just like you feel like you're friends.
Yeah,
you've been friends forever.
Oh yeah.
And like the conversation that we had last year was so incredible, but to have this thing that brings people together, but to sit from afar and be like, I could never talk to those people. And now I have like 5 people in front of me that are like pretty sick friends that I probably could reach out if I needed something.
Oh, yeah.
I think that this is the power of what Pizza Expo has always done, but now Instagram has kind of has
because
taken.
I can message you, right?
Yeah.
And Rob Cervoni said it best, right? He did one where he's like, you got to just reach out to them, right? Message them, right?
Dude, fuck that guy. I hate that guy.
Oh.
No, I'm just,
I know you guys like live together. You guys like live together.
Yeah, we grew up
You guys
together.
like grew up together. I was like, yeah, right. You fucking guy coming in there with the bagels and shit, making sure at Cervoni's.
I love you, Robbie. I'm sorry about that.
He gets food poisoning. Give him a break.
He does?
That's why he's not here.
I think that was fake news, dude.
No, yeah, it's fake.
Yeah,
news. He's
yeah.
too busy running.
Yeah, he's got massive
killing
people.
it.
He
He's
like
killing
just
it.
opened the shop, then the next day
Like,
he's like,
why'd you send
no,
us
dude,
an
you got
IV?
wasted.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You're getting a freaking drip right now.
Vitamin C in
poisoning.
his fucking arm? What is he
Yeah, he's high hydrationing himself.
Yeah, he's like, yo, I need to up
He's
my
like, yo, I'm
hydration.
taking this shit to the next level. My hydration is actually 90% as a human being.
Exactly.
He gets a lot of slack for open shops. It's crazy. And all the shit on Instagram he's been getting about opening his new shop.
Why? For why?
Well, you know, because where he
What
opened.
is that?
Where he
You know
opened.
that area.
So where he opened, there's like more pizzerias than almost anywhere on Long Island.
Oh.
And so he was talking about it too, but like, I don't know.
Was somebody like
I think everyone,
reaching
well,
out?
everyone
to
in
him,
the town
like,
is intimidated. As I haven't spoken to him about it. I'll figure it out, but I'm pretty sure that my
Somebody's-
hunch is the other operators in the town are like, this guy was on Chopped. He won Chopped. He's
Yeah.
killing it. He's doing great. They're a little freaked out.
Salty, yeah.
Yeah.
And he built a huge shop.
It looks beautiful.
Sick.
Yeah. His pizza sucks. Though. I fucking hate that guy, but it's all
You
good.
from Long Island? From Long
I'm still
Island?
waiting for
Yeah,
my
from
hat.
Great Neck.
Okay. Great Neck, 5 towns.
No, Nassau County.
Oh, that's right. All right. The 5 towns is like Woodmere and those places.
Yeah. But yeah.
So that was my first introduction to Long Island when I went to college.
Where'd you go to college?
You've had?
Okay. Oh, because you
We're
met a
down
lot
in
of
Jersey.
Yeah,
a lot of Long Island people with
Yep.
the BMWs and and I was like, damn, Long
That was
Island.
smart.
What?
That was smart.
That is me.
Yeah.
that is currently me.
Drives a BMW.
Yeah.
when you
Yeah,
were
from San Francisco.
17,
I did then too. I didn't deserve it, but I did then too.
all the Long Island kids came to school with their, brand new 315, 318 eyes.
that's right,
you
man.
know,
That was you?
back in the day.
That's
No,
sick.
I mean, the reality is, I was kind of a fuck up, but my sister was really smart, and my grandpa had it like
Where'd
that,
she go?
and so she went to Columbia,
Okay.
and so she got the 330 XI,
Yeah.
and then she went to school in Columbia, so I got to drive the car. I did not deserve it at all. So I was a little dumbass. Fucking, it was.
I drove a Geo Prism.
That's also a sick car.
pretty
A
sick.
different way.
I had 2 12s in the back, and I paid for that.
Hell yeah. JBL.
That's my man.
Rockford Fosgates?
Thunders.
Ooh.
They were kicker.
That's very
kicker,
Seattle, I feel
kicker
like.
comps.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The Geo prison, bro.
I had a
Come on.
400 fucking amp, just
Could
like
you like flip that car?
that thing. Fucking. I would listen to fucking Outkast, do the double album. Like my fucking trunk was like, can I phone a distance? Pulling up to the grocery store, like, yeah, motherfuckers, what's up, bitch? I'm about to stack some produce.
I think the best part about that whole story is that was it your personal IG photo for the hottest second was like your old high school picture?
100%. I think it still is.
It still is, exactly.
Yeah.
So I can just see that.
Yeah.
It's pretty beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally thought that was like a fake
Oh,
photo.
that
Holy
is your
shit.
high school
Holy
photo. I
shit.
was like,
Yeah.
wow, he looks really handsome when he cleans his hair up. He looks really young. I was like, wow, he looks really clean.
Nah,
there.
that's
I was
vintage.
like, that must be like.
No, I've been dirty forever.
You must have had that at JCPenney back in the day. They had a
There you go.
JCPenney deal.
JCPenney's sick.
I got to try, the Franco Pepe guy. The guy. He was doing a seminar, and I was going back to work on my demo, and his pizza was right there. So I just grabbed a slice. His like signature pizza with like the little. You ever seen his pizza?
The
with
double-
is it
double
like-
bake.
yeah, with the lines of tomato sauce?
It's like the
And I was like, I seen it on the
Neo
internet. I was like, oh, it's
Marg
right
or
here. I was
whatever.
like, grabbed it. It was good. It wasn't.
I
like,
think so. I don't know.
mind
Someone
blowing.
actually.
It
I
was just good pizza, but
Yeah.
it wasn't anything like
It's
hot
color.
tongue. It wasn't like hot tongue where I'm still
Yeah.
thinking about the pizza I ate there.
I got to make
Thank
it
you.
back
You
there.
know,
That fucking pizza is
Yeah.
really good, dude.
Thank
really,
you.
really good.
I think
Thank
I'm
you.
going out, maybe going to the LA Pizza City Fest, only pretty much just to have hot tongue pizza and maybe some others.
Well, Nick should be cooking there, but he's not. But Square Pies is going to be there on Sunday.
Yeah, they don't want to reach out
Oh,
to me.
you guys have
It's
that
all
like
good though.
this weekend, don't you?
No, it's in April.
Oh,
Last week, April.
it's
Yeah.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have San Francisco Festival. You coming back this year?
I got a booth this year.
Nice.
We'll be there too.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's
Really?
that?
That's fine.
When's that?
That's sick.
We're doing bar pies.
Nice.
Fuck yes, that's amazing.
We'll do some
Yes.
bar pies and
When
make
is
some
this?
content.
What's that?
For Tony.
August
August
17th.
something, Yeah.
Is that a pizza event in
So
San
Tony-
Francisco?
Tony's-
I want to
Tony's
go.
16th.
Festival.
Come.
You
I
should
wanna go
come.
make pizzas.
Yeah.
Come hang.
Tony's
I'm
behind
down.
it?
Yeah, it's in front of Tony's
I'm down.
original
I'm down.
restaurant.
Okay.
It's the San Francisco Pizza Festival.
What is that? Washington Square Park is called? What is
2
it?
years ago, when I was running Joyride, Tony hit me up and we were going to collab and do this festival together. And when I broke away from Joyride, I bounced from San Francisco. And when he actually pulled off the festival with the Italian Club, I came back out there and was like, all right, I'm going to do this festival with them every year.
Yeah.
It's a shed, dude. It's really busy.
It's dope.
Really
it's
busy.
Cool. It's very cool.
Really, really busy.
It's a film. It's a weird carb fest though, because it's like pizza, beer, bagels.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm like, dude, you
go.
went from pizza to
people leave.
bagels.
People walk in like skinny, and they leave like hell.
Yeah,
They're just bloated as
They
fuck.
don't fit through the gate.
The glucose
after.
level, everyone has diabetes when they leave. Say,
This
Go
would
to
literally kill
pipeline
my
right
wife
after.
to be there.
just like looking at the invitation.
Shit, we're helping each other out. Like when you're doing bar pie, Detroit's. Yeah, like,
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You guys all. It's very nice. I appreciate
yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. We all helped each other out.
Yeah.
Well,
Boys, I kind of got to go. Unfortunately.
yeah, no, I was about to say. I think it's
Love
it's
you.
it's now the next day.
Damn.
We're
Is it?
Thursday. It's the
God
last day of Expo.
This is early. Last time we did 3 a.m.
I know.
Damn.
That was really late.
Well, you gotta make it to what is that like the Hard Rock for the after party? Isn't there a WC?
Hakkasan?
Yeah, Hakkasan.
No, I'm not.
You're not
I
going.
said Ellis Island, yes. Hakkasan, no. Podcast,
Okay.
yes.
Okay,
Let's just all go into Hakkasan right now, guys.
just fucking pull up.
Let's roll up.
Well, I want to say thank you, everyone, making the fucking time to come out here and sit on this couch and to be my friend. I appreciate everybody sitting here. I love you guys. This has been meaningful and thank you.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys.
100%.
Love you.
Cheers.
Salud.
Oh, period cups.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much.